It's a sale. We doing it all month. Where you don't need money. It's zero down. You can walk right in and drive right out. The time is now to get a car. It's zero down. DaytonaMitsubishi.com.
Right now, Renewal by Andersen is giving Orlando homeowners the power to choose. For a limited time, pick the offer that works best for you. Take 20% off your entire window and door replacement project or enjoy 24 months of special financing. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 full years. You know that living in Central Florida means dealing with extreme heat, high humidity, and rising energy costs. And if your windows and doors aren't performing like they should, your home could be working against you and your wallet. Renewal by Andersen's energy-efficient replacement windows and doors are designed for Florida homes, helping keep your home cooler, cut drafts, and ease the strain on your AC system. Schedule a free in-home design consultation where their experts are going to guide you through the full replacement process from design to install. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to choose your savings today or stop by their showroom off of Lee Road in Winter Park. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Does Florida care about AIDS? Somewhere in the state tonight, a mother is rationing the pills that keep her alive. On June 30th, she and 12,000 others will permanently lose access to Florida's AIDS drug program and the insurance support that keeps them healthy. After that, people start dying. Not in theory, in emergency rooms across this state. This isn't a budget problem. It's a choice. Go to ahf.org/ADAP. 1 minute could save thousands of lives.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, family. 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 Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. And don't forget to answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Tuesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a good program set up for you this afternoon. We'll get you caught up on what's happening in the world. Deb will do that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour, it's What You Do That's New. We'll go over my choice, and then we'll find out what Deb has to offer. 5 o'clock hour, we'll do some trivia. We'll end it up with It's Only Money with our buddy Scott Brown, and you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long, plus 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my very lovely and dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. That's how you call us. Text us easily at 77031. Find us on social easily at Jim Colbert Live. That's not right. It's at Jim Colbert on Real Radio, on X, and on Facebook. It's at Jim Colbert Show as well.
And the gram.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't forget the gram. We're cool on the gram.
All day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can find us on YouTube. You can also send us a talkback if you'd like. Grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack. And your 3 o'clock keyword is family, Family. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Family, guys. That is your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck, and we hope you win.
Because you're part of our family.
Part of our family. How's it going today, guys? Anything good?
Pretty good. Little
Pretty
stormy.
good. Yeah. Hoping to get some rain. It's barking out there. I hope it bites.
Is.
I kept getting severe thunderstorm warnings for our area.
I was thinking about you earlier, Jack, because it started off with severe thunderstorm warning for Seminole County, and then it said, okay, all of Seminole County is now under a severe thunderstorm warning. That storm got up to like 35,000 feet.
Yeah, I saw that weird thing. It's like the weather guys. Let me tell you, man. And I got to be honest with you. It's along with this virus coverage. Do you guys find this to be a bit much? Do you find? Let me just ask you honestly. Do you think the hantavirus coverage is a little overboard, considering
it's not spread like COVID?
Yeah, because it doesn't spread. I mean, I will tell you, man. I was talking to my wife about this the other day because she was talking about it during COVID, and I said, well, during COVID, it was in my opinion, it was a legit concern simply because it was so contagious, and a lot of people were getting it, and it was really doing some damage, right?
Well, it was new. Nobody had immunity to it.
Exactly. So this hantavirus thing, we find out like right off rip. Like, I mean, when the first thing comes out that, good thing, hantavirus isn't a super spreader type thing. You can't be in the same room with somebody. You could actually not get it from doing that, blah, 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 blah. But man, I'm telling you, the coverage for this hantavirus thing is overwhelming. It's like hurricane coverage in Florida.
Let's put it this way. For the possibility of a cruise for my newlywed husband, off the table.
Really?
Between that and the 115 just coming off the poo-poo cruise.
Yeah. Obviously, you don't want the hantavirus because that's bad news.
I mean, that's 40% mortality, but you also don't want the norovirus because you don't want to spend your vacation fighting over who gets to throw up or. And
if both of those people get off a ship at the same time, if one's docked on one side and one's docked on the other, trust me when I tell you, you're avoiding poo-poo virus people way worse. Hantavirus, you go, look, man, I understand the idea here is you can walk by me and I'm cool. That poo-poo virus, I don't want near it. No, thank you. And that noro thing can be gnarly, dude. I know somebody who got it from a cruise years ago. And
really?
It's just like he goes, I felt like I was melting inside.
For 3 days. Then you get better.
Right.
The other one kills you.
You lose, right? Exactly. You're right. I don't know what I'm saying, but the chances of getting the noro are way easier than hanta. Yeah, the norovirus is not good. Deb.
That's really the one I'm more terrified of than the hanta because, again, this is one of two strains in the entire world that's passed person to person. It just happened to be that preliminarily they believe an elderly couple went bird watching and just happened to be going through a region where one of these variants is found. But that norovirus, that's kind of like on the regular when you hear about people coming back.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the couple who passed away?
Yes,
from it?
The Dutch couple.
Yeah,
the 70-year-old man who died on the ship, and then his 69-year-old wife was trying to fly back home and collapsed in the airport in Johannesburg.
Are those the only bird watching deaths in the history of the world?
You haven't seen Alfred Hitchcock's The Bird.
I have seen it. It's horrifying.
A good documentary.
It's a good
very
documentary.
Good documentary. Yeah.
All right.
Everything on film is a documentary.
All right.
Exactly.
407.
It's all based on life.
916-1041. Text us at 77031. We do spend a lot of time talking about AI on the show. It is a game changer. Obviously, you can see it in a number of ways. Jack, I sent you a link over there with some audio. If you want to bring that up, we'll talk about it here in a second. But, I read more and more about AI. And, of course, Sam Altman on the stand today with his lawsuit with Elon Musk on who was where and what for OpenAI, who was responsible for whatever.
Yeah, that's an interesting trial.
Oh, this is a giant bitch fest between these two nerds. I mean, they're slap boxing in court.
I know, but still, it is fascinating.
But it is. I mean, and just again, you read a lot about AI because inevitably it's in the news everywhere, right? I saw Andrew Yang, former presidential candidate. I think a couple last 2020 is when he ran.
Seems like so long ago.
And he said he had just gone to a conference in San Francisco for AI, and he said that he goes, look, I'm up on this stuff. I read a lot about it, and the stuff I saw was remarkable. I mean, simply remarkable. But he also said in the remarkable aspect of that, there were CEOs saying, talking about the percentages of the workforce that are going to be lost, specifically white collar jobs,
right,
that are going to be lost because of this. A lot of coding. And he said, it's weird. 5 years ago, we're telling people, if you want a full or fail proof job, white collar job, learn how to code, right? Learn how to write code.
That used to be.
And now he was talking about, they have agents on board at all these places that write this code at an alarming rate, doing the work of, 100, 200 people in minutes, for what they could do in a week. And of course, it's the same kind of ratios we've heard about AI, since its inception, since it really came to market. And what we also have learned is that although we think it's fascinating, right? Old generations like us, because
some find it fascinating.
We lived through the onset of the internet. We've lived through all these different iterations of how entertainment or media is delivered, from analog all the way up to digital, where you could get it on just a pair of headphones in your watch, stuff like that is remarkable. We got to see all of that happen in real time. And I don't remember. Do you remember a big pushback on the internet, guys? Just general internet. Do you remember? Other than the .com bubble thing, if you're an investor, there was some pushback. When it came to the internet, though, I do not remember large swaths or generations of people like going, "This is going to be the end of us" type thing. I mean, I just think everybody kind of understood you had access to information. It was going to make your life a little easier. This one seems a little more nefarious because the internet doesn't think for you. Basically, it only react to what you put in, and it gave you the information you asked for. This kind of does the same thing, but considerably deeper, but it also can do jobs, and we know it's very good at it, very efficient. There are a couple generations that hate this, though. Oh. And we just learned about that recently because here in the entertainment industry that we're in, if you'll notice, we have now started tags on all of our media stuff, and it says, is it authentic human?
Genuinely
guaranteed human.
Guaranteed human, because we want people to know that we do not create content using AI. It's all human created content. It's us sitting here talking.
Yeah.
And
we're human.
Right. And until I glitch, you're going to believe that that's the case. Exactly. So the reason I bring all this up is yesterday, or this past week, I guess, UCF had their graduation. We covered it because there's like 10,000 kids graduating from UCF, right? Like a small city.
Oh, well, actually, it was...
My hometown graduated.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just from the business school and the arts and humanities. So, this came from the arts and humanities commencement speech. I believe it was this past weekend.
And this young lady was invited to share her thoughts on, she was a guest speaker. And this happens a lot in these situations. They bring people up who are dignitaries from the community, whether it be political or business, usually focused in the business sector or whatever that particular group of people that are graduating are focused in.
As was this case as well. Gloria Caulfield is from Tavistock Development Company executive.
Right. Tavistock is that big, basically the
huge
company
developer
that created Lake Nona and Isleworth. That guy who owns Tavistock also owns those very exclusive neighborhoods here in Central Florida.
Also, newly appointed CEO of Not Reading the Room, as you're about to tell folks why.
So I want you to listen to this response to these. You got it?
Not yet.
Okay, that's fine.
The link is the whole 3-hour ceremony.
Yeah, I gave you an area to go to. Go to 121.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, 121. I put it on your email there. You can go fast forward to 1 hour 21 minutes.
I'm sure if you're like, I don't know about you guys, but it's been showing up all over in my Instagram algorithm.
Yeah. And actually, to be honest with you, every day when I get in, the first thing I do is I check the texting service to see if the news junkies talk about anything that I have on my list, so I can scratch that and move on to something else. And I don't know that he covered it at length today because they had some other stuff going on. So I was super excited to come in and share this because
that's something special. We don't normally get to do that.
And the funny thing is we hear about people getting reactions from crowds. You hear like, oh yeah, Donald Trump came into the room and he was booed loudly, and then you go and listen to the video and you're like, oh yeah, I hear a couple people howling, but it's not crazy.
Well, I think what this shows is that somebody assumed, talking to an audience of young people who are on the cusp of this new technology,
right?
Thinking that, well, how can you? I mean, this is the way of the future,
right?
It just shows just a complete. You kind of understand when they go, okay, boomer. You kind of get it when they say it now.
It's almost like she went in there like who's ready to drink?
Right, exactly.
She thought that she was going to get a reaction like you guys ready to graduate, party?
Exactly.
And it did not turn out that way, Jack.
Change is exciting, very exciting, and let's face it, change can be daunting. The rise of artificial intelligence is the next industrial revolution. What happened?
Yeah. Okay, you can kill it there.
May I finish?
I know. So when you hear her, by the way, Jack's got the video up here as well at JimColbertLive.com, and you can see how nervous she gets immediately.
Oh, yeah.
When you hear her say what happened, and we didn't have the video up yet, she actually turns around to the other speakers and says what happened, and she's not doing that jokingly. She thought something happened in the crowd that she didn't see that caused them to boo. She didn't even realize initially they were booing her statement.
Oh, yeah.
That's how out of loop.
Now, that said, we are living in a time
What's your
of
reaction to
profound
this?
change.
I know.
That's an understatement, right? Profound change. Change is exciting, very exciting.
I feel nervous
And
for
let's
her.
face it,
I do.
change can be daunting. The rise of artificial intelligence
Here we go.
is the next industrial revolution. Oh, whoa.
You see her turn around? Like, what happened?
What the hell?
Damn.
What happened?
Wow. So crazy.
Okay.
You're talking to a
struck a
room full of
chord.
young people whose jobs are going to be replaced by this
Exactly.
next industrial revolution. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Somebody were texting and said the guys talked about it a little bit yesterday, which I find, that's exactly what they should have done because, it was a story did hit yesterday. But God almighty, man, when I saw the story in its full, I heard the story about it. I didn't get to see the video from it. And when I saw it this morning, I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
That'd be like me doing it, like completely checked out on what an 18 or 19-year-old wants or a 21-year-old wants in their life and trying to get up there and go, you guys ready to party?
Come on, guys, isn't this cool?
Right. And just having them look at me like I'm some complete moron.
Come on, you used it to cheat through
Right.
college.
It's
Might
like-
as well.
Right. It's like these people read, sweetheart. They understand completely that there are giant percentages of workforces being laid off now, and a lot of them probably holding the same degrees. Those people are clutching in their hands as they speak. Incredible. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Deb, got some news?
Yeah, we're going to talk about lawmakers beginning state budget negotiations in a special session. A House Oversight Committee, meanwhile, is holding a hearing on Jeffrey Epstein in West Palm Beach, and ice cream company Halo Top will soon offer a silent a la mode spoon.
Really?
We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
All right, guys, don't forget family is your 3 o'clock keyword. That's FAMILY. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with Deb's News and more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real radio is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Fellas, texters are blowing us up right now. We're getting more texts than we ever have. They're affirming Russ's statement that fried bologna absolutely looks like boobs. Yes!
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
The off-ramp right lane's blocked from Florida's Turnpike northbound to US 27. We got emergency crews in the area. Traffic stop and go on I-4 westbound before Darrell Carter Parkway. You're going to get stuck in some slowdowns starting to form on all the major roadways, and it's raining out there in some areas, so just travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Hurry, offer ends 5/21. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Guys, no question, Steel is the #1 brand in gas-powered landscaping equipment, and you can find it right now at your local Tools Ace Hardware. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. How about 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers and on any additional Steel tools as well? And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores ready to service and repair your Steel equipment every day. They have taken care of my chainsaw, my weed eater for years. They can do the same for you. It's Steel zero-turn mowers, now available in-store at 12 Tools Ace Hardware locations. Find your tools today at toolsacehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Does Florida care about AIDS? Somewhere in the state tonight, a mother is rationing the pills that keep her alive. On June 30th, she and 12,000 others will permanently lose access to Florida's AIDS drug program and the insurance support that keeps them healthy. After that, people start dying. Not in theory, in emergency rooms across this state. This isn't a budget problem. It's a choice. Go to ahf.org/ADAP. 1 minute could save thousands of lives.
Want to sell your home, but you want to make sure that it sells on your timeline? Work with the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty, and you've got options. Skip the hassles of a traditional sale and close on your home in as little as 14 days with the Nickley Group's Guaranteed Cash Offer program. Or take advantage of their Buy Before You Sell program and avoid the stress of having to sell your current home before you buy your next home. Go to thenickley.com or Google the Nickley Group.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. Snacks that sing. Drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
This summer, rediscover a place that's been here over 450 years, yet always feels brand new. Where the streets tell stories, the beaches are breathtaking, and every day gives your family more to take home than just a suntan. St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, and the beaches. Welcome to the new world. Plan your escape now at floridashistoriccoast.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com, 800-LifeLock, 1-800-LifeLock, or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
Yacht Rock Radio on iHeartRadio drops anchor and goes commercial-free every weekend. Weekends were made for smooth sailing. Yacht Rock Radio's got the soundtrack. Just sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy. The smoothest soft rock from the 70s and 80s. Open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and set sail.
iHeartRadio. Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
So apparently Facebook is still a thing? Search gym members and join our group.
What's up, homie?
You know who? Your favorite tea bag in the village of Duval.
He's back home.
And today we raise a beer to a sport I just learned about called ferret legging.
Never heard of it.
That's what I said, ferret legging. The whole idea is it's an endurance sport of seeing who can keep a ferret trapped in their pants longer than the other person. I'm in awe. Anyways, have a good show, yo. Peace.
Well, they don't do that in Hawaii. We know that.
No ferrets?
No ferrets allowed in Hawaii. Ferrets are nasty, by the way. They stink.
Oh.
My kids had a friend that had one, and they would bring that thing over. She would walk it like a dog, and it would come in the house, and immediately it would smell like a weight room. Like, get out of here. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Family is your 3 o'clock keyword. That's FAMILY. Just slide over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Family, guys, that is your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win for sure. And remember, if you're playing the game, phone on, phone up, and keep it near you. And regardless of what you see on the phone, when someone calls during this time period, you have to pick it up. It may say no caller ID. It may say out of the area. It doesn't matter. You got to pick up the phone to win the money. There you go. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Jack is here as well. And Deb has your news. Let's get it.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. The special session to negotiate a state budget is underway in Tallahassee. Both chambers repassed spending bills advanced during the regular session relating to healthcare, education, and the environment. House Speaker Daniel Perez says formal negotiations on the final details of the spending plan will begin this afternoon.
After we complete the budget conference and the final conference report for the GAA has been on the member's desk for 72 hours, we will return to the floor at the end of the month and have questions and debate on all budget bills prior to voting on the conference reports.
And that's probably the last time they're going to sound anything like Kumbaya. Perez has warned the deliberations, quote, could take over a month, end quote, but hopes they wrap up over the next couple of weeks as scheduled. And that's because the fiscal year ends July 1st. And they have to have this budget in place. It's the only constitutional requirement that they have. But here's the problem. They're billions of dollars apart. Each chamber, I mean, they're billions of dollars apart. So
they're one alligator Alcatraz apart?
Exactly.
You had one job.
One
You
job.
got
Seriously,
one job,
one job.
guys.
One job.
One job.
Get along and figure it out.
Look who you're hiring. One job. Can't pull it off.
Gas prices continue to decline in Florida. The latest AAA numbers show the statewide average for a gallon of regular unleaded is down 4 cents from Monday and now sits at $4.36. A year ago, what do you think the price was?
Oh, I don't know, but I saw it at like $4.19 on my way in today.
Nice.
I was seeing a 1 out there after the 1 was not too bad.
Not bad at all.
A year ago?
Yep.
I'll go $2.89.
Oh, I was going to go $2.99.
Ooh, $2.92.
Oh, I'll take it, sir.
Does he get a bell?
I do.
You got a bell.
I got a bell.
The average for diesel is $5.28 a gallon in
He
Florida.
tripped on a word in the intro at 3:01. I was just waiting.
Yeah, I like that. Stealth.
Again, the average for diesel $5.28 a gallon. Go ahead, Jack.
No.
A gallon in Florida, fractions of a cent lower.
He can't stop.
Then on Monday. All right, speaking of dollars and cents, paying with cash in Florida will look a little different at the checkout. Governor Ron DeSantis.
Are we coming up with our own currency now?
Just wait. You know, why not, right? They're not coming up with a budget. Why not come up with some other? No, Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a bill allowing businesses to round certain cash purchases to the nearest nickel.
Oh, yeah, no pennies.
That's exactly. That move comes after the U.S. Mint stopped producing pennies for circulation. So totals ending in 1 or 2 cents will be rounded down, while amounts ending in 8 or 9 cents will be rounded up. The change applies only to cash, while credit cards and other digital payments will still be charged to the exact penny.
So that's kind of weird. I wonder if you worked out over a year if you only spent cash, depending on the odds of it falling between those numbers, if you would actually save money paying cash now.
What do you do with the big jugs of pennies that you have?
Oh, you can still cash those in, right? Coinstar still pay your power bill for you.
Well, I'm going to...
because I've been telling you, Coinstar has paid my power bill a couple times.
Many, many a time.
And by the way, even when we weren't broke, there is nothing in the world. My kids, man, we would line up like ducks to walk into Winn-Dixie and pour our water jug of change into the Coinstar thing. And we watched it like it was a magic trick.
Everybody
was great.
does.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Everybody does.
Never use it.
Oh, my God.
Wow, you haven't lived.
You should save change just to do it. It's that much fun.
I have rollers. I have coin rollers.
Yeah, that's lame.
No, that's how you keep your money and not give it to a company to count it for you.
Well, I ain't got no time for that, Jack. I got 75 pounds of pennies. I got to get counted by somebody, and I ain't doing it.
Well, a big change is coming to Walt Disney World. President Jeff Vail announced yesterday he's retiring after 36 years with the company. His retirement will take effect in late July. Vail says he started his career as an engineer at the Magic Kingdom, and he's wrapping it up with the best job ever. He's been president for 6 years. Vail adds it's an exciting time at Disney, and he's looking forward to the months ahead.
Very cool.
Orlando is considered one of the best cities to start a career in.
Really?
Yeah, Wallet Hub put together a list to help recent college graduates find, quote, the best cradles for their budding careers, end quote.
That should have been in their commencement speech.
Yeah,
Right,
right.
graduates.
Right, exactly. Should have avoided all those boos. It compared the relative market strength and overall livability of more than 180 U.S. cities. Orlando ranked second place behind Atlanta. Austin, Tampa, and Miami round out the top 5. The worst city to start a career in, according to Wallet Hub, is...
Oh, my goodness.
New York.
Nationwide. Is it New York?
New
Wow.
York City.
Yeah, cost of living is ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's...
San Francisco is the same, though.
That's why I'm surprised they'd put Miami in there.
Yeah.
Cost of living in Miami is not cheap.
Wait, my wife was going through a list last night. We got in bed. She goes, where do you think this is? And where do you think, outside of one city where every expensive city in America is? It's in California. Dude, I'm not kidding. It was 9 of the 10 most expensive places to live in the U.S. were in California. I think New York was 8.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, San Diego, San Francisco, everywhere. All those wonderful places on the Pacific Ocean.
With the
up there.
weather? Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, Orlando is taking steps to save dozens of birds from a deadly virus and construction. The city announced it's going to start finding new homes this weekend for over 40 swans in Lake Eola. Over 24 swans died earlier this year due to a bird flu outbreak. The swans are being moved to Lake Butler. Some residents say they're going to miss seeing the swans at Lake Eola. And City Commissioner Patty Sheehan says she hopes their absence won't be permanent. Mayor Buddy Dyer said today that he doesn't think it's going to be permanent, that hopefully after the $60 million construction project is done, they'll be able to bring the swans back, but maybe not to the same number of swans as they have right now.
Yeah, man, we can't do that. It's part of our city logo, isn't it?
Do they need a building? Because I think that Sloth World building is
Stop it,
vacant
Jack.
right
That's
now.
a deadly building. Too soon, buddy.
In the meantime, she tells Channel 9 you'll
Too
likely see wild swans visiting the lake,
Wow.
which would be pretty cool, actually.
That would be cool.
All right, a congressional field hearing is underway in West Palm Beach, where the ranking Democrat in the House Oversight Committee is convening a panel of Jeffrey Epstein victims and witnesses. Robert Garcia says he is still fighting the Department of Justice for transparency.
The DOJ continues to withhold half of the Epstein files have not been released to the public.
Now, this is straight up gangster. Garcia says he wanted to hold the hearing just across the bridge from Epstein's Palm Beach mansion, where many of his crimes occurred and where they first came to light by Maria Farmer, as confirmed by this Epstein victim.
Hello, my name is Danny Bensky. I was abused by Jeffrey Epstein in 2004 and 2005. That was 8 years after Maria Farmer first reported Jeffrey to the FBI.
Yeah, Farmer was the first person to go to the FBI in 1996 and report evidence of the abuses at the hands of the money manager. Much of today's testimony is focusing on trying to understand why Epstein got off with a so-called sweetheart deal that allowed him to serve time on work release starting in 2008, not to mention leaving the premises, having young female visitors.
That was Acosta, right?
Yes.
Yeah, who wound up getting a panel, who wound up getting I
think he was transportation secretary during Trump's first term. Alex Acosta,
yeah.
The first accusations against the late sex offender, again, were made in 1996.
This is one of the most polarizing cases I've ever been a part of. And I will tell you, every day that goes by, and by the way, they know the people. They know them. They know who it is. They know all the co-conspirators in this, and they're not doing anything about it. Man, Marjorie Taylor Greene dropped a blanking scatter bomb on this about 3 days ago. Did you guys see her statement?
No.
Her statement was Trump asked her specifically, or told her and Bondi, do not release these files. Like, direct order to her face, don't do it.
And the reason why is the most egregious part, because many of my friends will be hurt.
So crazy. So crazy.
Your
There have been
friends
no
will be hurt.
convictions. No, it is completely insane that there have been any convictions for this. Not one. It's unbelievable. And they have the balls to get on the stand and say that he was trafficking all these girls to himself. That's their story, by the way. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Those who lost loved ones in a South Florida plane crash are grateful for the safety changes that followed. A ceremony was held yesterday to mark the, I cannot believe this, 30th anniversary of the deadly ValueJet crash.
Yeah.
Over 100 people died when the plane traveling from Miami to Atlanta went down in the Everglades. The crash, if you guys remember, was blamed on a fire that started when oxygen-generating canisters and the cargo hold ignited. Gail Dunham is executive director of the National Air Disaster Foundation, and she says that crash led to life-saving reform. Specifically, she says the only reason planes now have smoke detectors and fire suppression in the cargo holds is because of years of advocacy by family members and aviation professionals, which is great because now when you fast forward and we have lithium-ion batteries, which cause a lot of these fires. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys remember, that was what a news story.
ValueJet became AirTran.
Exactly.
Yes, they did,
exactly.
Yeah. And I remember that because when we first started radio, that happened not long after that.
Right.
And we had one of the guys on the show write a song about it or whatever. But the most amazing part of that crash that I remember, do you guys remember what was crazy about it? It crashed in the Everglades. There was like no sign of the airplane.
Yeah, exactly. It sank.
Like it just went into the earth, and the earth just swallowed it up. There was very little evidence of like anything happening. It was kind of crazy. You see the impact site, but it had just been washed over by the mud and stuff after that. There's like nothing. It was crazy.
Well, in the meantime, a man killed on the job at Orlando International Airport is being remembered as a hardworking family man. That's how Raymond Santiago recently described Daniel Maldonado. The 49-year-old Maldonado died last week when an aircraft towing vehicle called a tug hit the passenger boarding bridge he was on.
Oh, God.
Maldonado and Santiago started working for Delta about 30 years ago after graduating from high school. Maldonado had family in Colombia, and Santiago says Maldonado took the job so he could travel back and forth. The FAA and OSHA are investigating the accident, and they do believe it was just a tragic workplace accident. And Santiago tells Channel 9, even for someone as experienced as Maldonado, there are so many ways things can still go wrong. And Jimmy, you were talking yesterday, being a passenger on a plane and watching all that movement under the belly, you're amazed that more accidents don't occur.
It is. It's like a ballet under that thing of people and cars and vehicles of all sizes and shapes, like buzzing around like crazy. And it's not just your plane it's happening to. There's like 10 of them in a row.
Yeah, exactly.
And every one of them is being serviced by this army of people doing it. I don't understand how there's not a major problem every single day. It's really a testament to how good they are at keeping everybody safe. And I mean, our heart goes out for this family, of course, because it was a tragic accident. But I mean, when you look at the number of people who have been hurt seriously on the tarmac out there, I mean, that's a pretty impressive ratio, if you ask me.
Very much so. All right, 20 days until the start of the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration and National Hurricane Center Director Michael Brennan says NOAA will be out with its forecast next week. But no matter what it says, you should prepare for the worst.
We're one of the most vulnerable locations in the country to the impacts from tropical storms and hurricanes. This is the time to get ready.
Yeah, other forecast centers are predicting a slightly below average season, right, because of the expected super El Nino.
Yep.
But Brennan warns it only takes one storm to do major damage. New and improved forecasting cones will be used this year, showing forward speed and direction.
Okay.
Along with extended inland watches. So instead of just having the cone of uncertainty, they're going to have warnings and watches and forward movement in that cone so we can follow. Yes, Jack?
It's so funny. They have a cone of uncertainty, but yet we're supposed to be certain the cone knows where the uncertainty is. I just want to make sure we got that.
I just always think it's a little fun how we use NOAA to predict bad weather.
Right.
You know, and it's like, just like the Bible said.
Follow directions. Just follow the arrow of uncertainty.
Yeah, exactly. All right, there's a new wildfire burning in the Osceola National Forest. The 207 fire started east of Ocean Pond and north of Olustee on Monday afternoon. It grew to about 16 acres before crews got it under control. Bulldozers and air units, including multiple helicopters, were used to contain the flames. Today, firefighters are continuing mop-up operations. There's no word on what caused the blaze, but in the meantime, firefighters are beginning to gain the upper hand on a pair of brush fires in South Florida. The smaller one is South Miami-Dade County. It's 50% contained at 300 acres. But Miami-Dade Fire Rescue's Eric Erica Benitez says people near Florida City and Homestead could smell its effects as storms roll in this afternoon and evening.
While the rainfall may assist in firefighting efforts, it may also cause smoke and haze to settle closer to the ground, potentially impacting some of the nearby communities.
So the massive blaze near the Miami-Dade Broward County line in the Everglades is now 70% contained at more than 11,000 acres.
Jeez.
Imagine being someone held up at Alligator Alcatraz, smelling the smoke and not knowing.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, exactly. People with respiratory conditions, older people, children, and pregnant women might want to avoid outdoor activity. And if you're going to be traveling to the Keys like over the weekend, you might want to keep an eye on this because this had people being moved from, road closures and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, and driving to the Keys from here is already flying to
Long.
Europe.
It's just
it's
long.
very long. I mean,
Yeah.
literally, you could fly to England in the time it takes you to drive from Orlando to Key West. It's 8 hours.
I was just in the Keys a couple of weeks ago on a cruise, and I have to tell you, I looked around and saw some of the people. I don't think they're going to be affected by anything. I think they're literally impervious to every single thing on Earth.
Well,
I think if you hit them in the face with an asteroid, it would literally be like headbutting them. They would get up, make another margarita, and move on.
That's why they're the with the Conch Republic.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, are you wearing two different flip-flops? All right, good for you.
The one blew out.
Oh, yeah.
On a pop top.
All you need is a tan and some jorts.
I think it's actually cheaper to fly to the Keys than drive there. Especially,
It is.
It has to be.
It is, yeah.
It has to be, especially with that Sanford deal.
Yeah, and what is it? Allegiant.
Yeah.
It's Sanford right to the Keys.
Yep.
And
Fly in
blank
the
that-
morning and fly back at night.
Blank that drive.
Oh my gosh.
You get to Miami, you're like, oh man, we're so close. No, bitch, you are not close. You're still 4 hours away.
You're halfway there.
You're halfway there.
Screw that,
and
man.
now you get to do the last part of your journey on a 2-lane highway.
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
fun. Hope nobody breaks down.
No thanks. I'll stop at Miami and go on a cruise. I'm going to continue 4 hours on so I can drink with some naked 85-year-old. No, thank you. Wait a minute. On second thought.
SpaceX is warning folks in Central Florida about a possible sonic boom this evening. Man, this bad boy is going to reach far. The aerospace company is preparing to launch a Falcon 9 rocket from Cape Canaveral to resupply the International Space Station. That means residents in Brevard, Orange, Osceola, Indian River, Seminole, Volusia, Polk, St. Lucie, and Okeechobee counties may hear the sonic boom during the ground landing of the Falcon 9 first stage. The launch is scheduled for 7:16 p.m., and the landing is expected about 8 minutes later.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so right about the time we'll be getting close to home. Boom, boom, boom.
Really?
Except Lake County is spared from this. It looks like everyone on the East Coast, although Polk County gets it.
Yeah.
Why do they get it?
They don't know, Dep. They don't know.
I'm going to dinner with my wife tonight, and I think we're sitting on a balcony in this area we're going. I'm not going to tell her anything about it. When it happens, I'm just going to hit the floor. Get down!
Till she puts a cap in your ass, and you're going to rethink that one.
Pulls out her Derringer and just kind of unloads it in my back.
And then finally, an ice cream company is offering a new product aimed to help consumers put their phones down. Halo Top is set to release a silent a la mode spoon. It's designed to put your mobile device on the do not disturb setting by using an NFC connection, a field something connection.
Couldn't tell you.
Net field connection.
Can't even believe you're bringing that up to me.
Sounds like cancer in the making.
Yeah. Halo Top is an ice cream company, right? Like
Yep.
a locale ice cream company?
That's used for things like contactless payments or sharing data. Yes, you're right. The website says the spoons will be available on Friday for a limited time and will go for around $5. Apparently, it's closer to like $4.90.
Yeah.
Which is how many calories are in a Halo pint.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, the thing is with that Halo Top, you laugh at it because you hear that low-cal ice cream. That's the first one I bought for my wife when that thing came out, probably, 6-7 years ago, whatever it was, and brought it home. And, dude, she fell in love with it. It actually is a damn good product. But
Again-
it's nothing like ice cream. But, I mean, it's pretty good.
But this Friday, May 15th, for $4.90, right? Again, the calories of
Yep.
Halo Top ice cream. It will automatically set your iPhone and Android to do not disturb mode so that you can enjoy your ice cream without being bombarded with text messages
Which is
and emails.
nice.
Which is nice.
so nice.
They want you to savor your ice cream.
Yeah, you know what I do? I do it with my thumb and save $4.99.
I don't want to know. I don't know what you do with your
You
thumb.
people are just burning your money.
This guy's
burning your money.
So cheap.
First it's Coinstar, now it's a spoon that turns your phone to silent.
And if you ever thought that we bag on Jack for being cheap, let me just give you a heads up. Go to the YouTube channel right now and look at that T-shirt. That effer is 22 years old. That's a 20-year-old T-shirt.
This T-shirt.
It actually may be older than that.
What's funny is this T-shirt is brand new. I took it off the shelf this morning because it's the second shirt I'm wearing today. Because I sweat through the first one.
Why?
He was doing yard work.
I was, I do yard work at the station for a little extra money.
He has hedges this week.
Don't laugh.
Right? No, trust me when I tell you.
Don't give them any ideas.
Next time you see me outside at the radio station cutting grass, I'm going to be like, it's in my contract, dude. Sorry.
Well, either way, that concludes your JCS News.
Brand new.
All right, 407-916. It's an old-ass logo, though. That is an old-ass. That's the very first logo we had.
It is, and I had these made as a
like a retro throwback?
It was a retro. It says established 1993 underneath it.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is cool.
I can get you one. I know a guy.
I'm going to have to gank one of those, bub.
What size you want? Extra medium?
Why would you ask me that on the air?
Extra large.
Yeah.
I'm a XL?
I'm a light double. No, I'm a light X.
Okay.
A light X. In other words, not full X, light X. I'm between large and extra large. We call that, what's that, dad? It's like dad? Fat dad? I'm fat dad. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm beer dad. Yeah, give me a size beer dad. Coming up. All right, 407-916-1041. Family, by the way. That is your 3 o'clock keyword, FAMILY. You know what to do. RealRadio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec.
AI doesn't feel rage or joy or shame. We feel all three, usually before we're out of bed. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with a look at your forecast for Central Florida. After a quiet morning, we're going to have a busy afternoon of thunderstorms, waves of rain, drought relief, a chance for a severe storm, but a low chance at that. A couple of damaging wind gusts can't be ruled out. The main story, 80% chance for rain, with highs today in the lower to middle 80s. It's not going to rain all afternoon, but we'll have a chance for it all afternoon with waves of rain developing. Could make for a soaking evening commute. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey guys, Chef Justin with Fresh from Florida here, reminding you that the best part of summer is already here. Locally grown, fresh from Florida watermelon. Fresh from Florida, there's sunshine in every bite.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Mother's Day just went by. You guys remember that, right? Sitting around with moms and sisters and all the family, just kind of hanging out, friends as well. Man, don't you want that to happen as much as possible in your life? I know I do for sure. That's why I had no problem taking my wife and myself and my in-laws right over to Life Imaging FLA to get this free heart scan to make sure that we were good. The cool thing is once you learn up front, you know what to do then. You can form a plan. Like I'm in my mid-50s, right? If I had an issue, I get to the doctor, we form some therapies and medications to keep me around for years. My in-laws, they're in their mid-60s, so it was really important that we found out that they were in good shape as well. And I tell the story, and I love telling it. I was right there when my wife received that phone call and let her know that their scans were great, everything's awesome, and we can move forward and get another scan in a couple years. That's what Life Imaging is all about right there, guys. It's about that peace of mind you get when you know that things are okay, or at least you know that you have to get to the doctor and take care of some issues. That is awesome. Remember, there are no dyes. You do not take your clothes off. No injections, none of that. It only takes a few minutes. So call now for Life Imaging FLA's free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And please, it's so easy. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. It is time, guys. Make that call today and take control of your long-term health care.
All right, people, let's move. Sell every vehicle, $99 down at Headquarter Hyundai.
Sir, yes, sir.
Team 2, I want credit for all. If you've got a job and $99, you ride. Even if your credit's so bad, your Nana won't loan you money.
Sir, yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. I think you might be in the wrong place. Is this Headquarter Hyundai? Well, yes, but were you ordered to sell 300 vehicles before the deadline? Out of my way, soldier!
Of course. Sorry, sir.
Every vehicle, $99 down. New Tucsons, Elantras, every vehicle, thousands less. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. And America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance.
Can I get anyone a refreshment?
Every vehicle, $99 down.
Headquarter Hyundai.
Just off I-4 on Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary. HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Plus tax and tag, visit headquarterhyundai.com.
It's the perfect day. You're just driving along, listening to your favorite music, the windows down. There's a cool breeze. Life is good. But wait, hold on a second. You're not wearing a seatbelt? You'd better put that on before that... Oh, too late. Cops everywhere are stepping up enforcement, so you'd better buckle up or you will get caught. Sorry to ruin your day. Click it or ticket.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
TK Law does divorce differently. No gimmicks, no false promise. They don't fight for men or women. They fight for you, your facts, your future. TK Law, one firm for life. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
Here at Academy, we're putting the outdoors back in Academy Sports and Outdoors, especially for firearms and ammo. Whether you're punching paper at the range or heading to the field before sunrise, you'll find what you're looking for, and probably a few things you didn't know you needed. Trusted brands, tons of options, and undefeatable prices. Right now, get up to $100 off select Canic firearms through May 25th. Academy, fun can't lose. Age restrictions apply. Remember to always keep it safe.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
On Plus Nicotine Pouches present Comfort Chronicles. A 10 o'clock tea time. How comfortable. You show up in stretchy shorts, a breathable tee, and maybe no socks. Let the dogs breathe. While others sweat in pleated khakis, you're in your comfort zone bombing drives. And in your pocket, On Plus Nicotine Pouches. The softest pouch on the planet. Buy a can at onnicotine.com. Products for tobacco consumers 21 years of age or older. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Skip this. Tap that red talkback mic on the iHeartRadio app while listening to your favorite station.
You guys rock.
Instant feedback. And the best feature, if you mess up,
hopefully I'm sending these messages correctly.
Do it again. Leave a talkback now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away. All through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. 800-LifeLock. 1-800-LifeLock or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Obviously, this is why YouTube was created. Obviously, at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Jimmy just assumed that Jack's shirt was 22 years old because he's used to seeing two X's in front of his shirt size.
Hey!
Hey, how's it going, Hannah? Keep your eyes on the local news. There's not a whole lot of information right now, but the Coast Guard just fished 10 people out of the water 80 miles off Melbourne in a plane crash. There is no news what type of plane it was, but if there were 10, including pilots, and all successfully rescued, probably could be a King Air twin prop. Anyway, aloha.
Aloha, brother. Thanks for that heads up. We'll get on it real quick. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Your 3 o'clock keyword, we only got about 4 minutes or so. It's family. We'll have a fresh one for you at the top of the hour. Right before we get to What'd You Do That's New, which is my selection today. And then we'll find out what Deb has to offer coming up for next week.
Oop, I forgot.
I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
And Jack is here as well.
It was actually a C-27 aircraft. This is according to WFTV Channel 9. A C-27 aircraft was launched to search for a downed plane that crashed about 80 miles off Melbourne. As Brother Matt said, all 10 people on board were accounted for and being brought to EMS for evaluation.
Oh, they survived?
Yes, they did.
Damn, that's awesome.
The Aircraft Accident Investigation Authority said it received reports shortly before noon about an overdue aircraft that was headed to Grand Bahama International Airport.
Let me ask, I'm going to ask a dumb question real quick. There's never been like a simulator for something like that, right? Like a simulator that would simulate like a soft impact. I know that they've crashed airplanes and put a bunch of sensors and cameras to figure out, what happens inside when that happens. You've seen that, right? It's crazy. They crashed I forget what size it was, like a 737 or something out there, and wired it all up. And if these guys all survived, that means the pilot obviously was pretty darn good at putting the thing down.
3 people have suffered injuries.
Yeah, man, that's great. Are you kidding?
That's pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
that's like the miracle on the Hudson.
Yeah.
That pilot being able to land a jet full of people and fuel onto the middle of the Hudson River in the middle of New York City.
Sully.
Way to go, Sully.
And didn't that guy catch hell from a group of people for some reason? Do you guys remember that? Wasn't there some pushback on that? Like, this guy saved an entire plane full of people and somebody's bitching?
Yeah, and also he fought, and they made the movie, Tom Hanks played him.
Yeah.
But I remember, they kept referring to it as a crash landing. He goes, it wasn't a crash landing. It was a water landing.
Right, it was yeah.
I didn't crash that plane. I landed it, you know.
And nobody died in that crash, did they?
No.
Correct.
Not one person died landing a jet in a river.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable, dude. I mean, that is like hero status right there.
Sully, baby.
Is Sully still with us, by the way?
He is.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
apparently, when asked about how well it worked at home with him, with the wife, he just smiled.
Oh, yeah.
He
You
was
said-
able to use that hero card for quite a while.
You like that? Do women like that? Is that why women like cops and firefighters so much, because of that hero thing? Is that what it is? Yeah.
That and the cool uniforms.
Yeah, really? Is it the same thing with military? Is that the same reason why
pilots have uniforms?
Pilots do have uniforms. Yes, they do.
Jack, I do not want to know.
Guess who he's
about
going as this Halloween?
any of your, I don't want to know not even one syllable of your cosplay closet.
Oh, I do.
I
Come
can't
on.
even imagine. Everything
Where are
from-
the costumes kept, Jack?
Oh, is it Baby Dinosaur Night? Look at him
Jimmy.
scratch. Yeah, you know. Look at him
That's so
scratching his
90s.
neck. Uh-huh. Look at him scratching his neck. He knows. That's that nervous scratch he gets sometimes. He'll pick a hole in himself in a minute. When I hit a nerve, he'll do it. There he is right there. Look at you. Don't ruin this shirt. It's vintage,
I'll
you know.
just get another.
Oh, my God. You guys sound like you've been married forever.
All right. Man, I got a story to talk about a little bit later that is fascinating. Did you guys hear the story about this French teen? She woke up after a 3-week coma. I'll ask this question first, and we'll talk about the story in just a little bit. What's the most realistic dream you ever had?
Oof.
Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
When you have real, and we don't have time to talk about it now, but just remember as we're thinking about this, because we'll probably talk about this around 420 or so. Remember the most realistic dream you ever had and the consequences of having that dream after you woke up. And that is consequential to the story we'll talk about with this French teen around 420, because it's pretty fascinating. And I've had an experience kind of like this before, and it was horrifying. So we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. What'd you do that's doing a fresh keyword right now?
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
A little bit of a slow ride right now, I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535. Also, accident blocking the right lane, shoulder blocking the right shoulder, I-4 westbound near Darrell Carter Parkway. And you're tapping the brakes, I-4 westbound between the Beach Line and Central Florida Parkway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Advanced Air Home Service. One call does it all.
Dispatch, this is Mindy, Advanced Air Home Services.
You know, you don't have to put off fixing plumbing problems in your home anymore. I mean, you could just ignore that clogged drain or visit advancedairandheat.com to take care of your plumbing problems. Advanced Air Home Services. License CFC 1430969.
Get ready for the ultimate summer festival experience happening on the Space Coast. Merritt Island Fest is back June 6th and 7th at the Merritt Island Veterans Amphitheater. Saturday night, feel the reggae, blues, and Hawaiian soul of Landon McNamara. Then Sunday, The legendary Inner Circle takes the stage. Plus live music, food, vendors, a surf expo, arts and crafts, and so much more. 2 nights, one unforgettable festival. June 6th and 7th. Get your tickets and info at MerrittIslandFest.com. That's MerrittIslandFest.com. Don't miss it. Space Coast, this summer's gonna be good.
Transform your backyard for less than $5 a day. Fence Outlet will install a sleek black aluminum fence that adds style, security, and curb appeal for just $125 a month. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
Here's a question. How many brokers does it take to insure your business? If you're like most business owners, the answer is way too many. Multiple policies, multiple applications, and no clear view of how it all fits together. And when questions come up, it's not easy to get the clarity you need. SuperSure changes that. One broker for all your business insurance, backed by the team that works for you year-round, not just for renewal. And if you've ever stared at a policy just wondering what it actually covers, SuperSure has a fine print fax tool that translates the legal jargon into plain English so you can understand it. And now you know what's covered and what's not. Right now, you can go to supershore.com and get a full report on your current policies with no obligation. Find out if you're overinsured, underinsured, or somewhere in between. Go to supershore.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supershore.com. That's supershore.com.
Paid for by Supershore Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Hennion and Walsh was made for people like you. People who understand the value of experienced, highly skilled professionals. That's why you'll have access to a team of specialists to help you invest for the life you want. Why? You've earned it. We're Hennion and Walsh, and a team built around you. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Hennion & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Hennion & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando. When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. Snacks that sing. Drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. 800-LifeLock. 1-800-LifeLock or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi and DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Fun. F-U-N. Fun. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
If you don't know what web goals are, consider yourself lucky. If you feel like helping out, go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
Here's a little more on that plane landing.
Hey, Ohana, if I can chime back in. Yeah, you definitely got to give credit to a very skilled pilot. And I'm not aware of any flight simulator that could create situational awareness for landing an aircraft on the water. Big difference is, of course, if it's a twin prop or if it's a jet, because a jet's going to sink a lot faster. In a lot of these planes, life jackets are under the seat. Otherwise, they're found in a ditch bag. And anyway, wonderful.
Aloha, brother.
Ditch bag.
Also the speed, right? Like
ditch, like a go bag.
Yeah, no, I know that sounded scary. A ditch bag.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 4 o'clock keyword is fun.
Hold me.
F-U-N. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Fun, guys. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Yeah.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Let's do What'd You Do That's New.
What'd you do that's new? What'd you do that's new? Hey! If we only knew something new to do, we're relying on you. Tell us something new brought to you by Clausman Law.
That's right, Clausman Law, KLAUSMAN Law.com. Office is right there in Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Car crash, call Clausman. We'll talk to Glenn on Thursday for Colbert Corp. What'd you do that's new every Tuesday at 4 o'clock for the last 8 years. One member of the show will choose something for the other members to watch, read, or listen to. We will do that, and then we'll return that week and kind of discuss what's going on, and then move on to the next person. This week is my choice. We'll find out what Deb has to offer here in a second. All right, Jack is playing some of this in the background. My choice this week was a band called The Cult, and the album is Love. And the reason why I chose this album is, and I don't know how important this stuff is to people. When I moved to Orlando in 85, I was only listening to a certain kind of music. But when I got down here, I got inundated with like indie rock and cool punk bands and stuff like this. And just so happens this band kind of hit me sideways when I started listening to them immediately. You know, I fell in love with the song She Sells Sanctuary, and then that kind of created my love for this band, and then followed them on down the line. Seen them twice or 3 times, I think, and very good. And it's just kind of part of my growth of being a music fan. So what'd you guys think? This is a great tune.
Fitting for now.
Yeah.
They recorded this in the summer of 1985, right after you graduated high school.
Yes.
They were recording this. Sold about 2.5 million copies. I'm a fan of The Cult. I like a lot of their songs. We play a lot on our classic alternative weekends here on Real Radio. Specifically, this song, Rain, and also She Sells Sanctuary.
You gotta be careful with that one.
Yeah.
You don't want to say seashells.
Yeah.
Also, if you like this band, if you enjoyed this record, Sonic Temple is another like unbelievable record from these guys.
Yep.
So, what'd you think, Deborah? I was interested in your opinion as much. I know Jack's listened to them forever.
Well, this is like, you know, like art school kind of soundtrack. I just remember thinking, wow, this is so emo of Jim.
Yeah. It's not really, it's kind of odd. I guess maybe
it is, because I mean, it's such a dichotomy of what you were listening to when you were home in Palatka and the almost 180-degree switch you did when you moved to Orlando.
100%. I just got, and it's the group of kids that I hung out with when I moved here. They were about 2 years younger than me, but they were into all of this. You know, the Dead Kennedys, you know, the Cult.
Oh, they're skater boys.
I mean, just all the skater stuff that we wound up loving and listening to. And this band was even like kind of outside of their realm. They were really into like punk bands. And but anyway, this is just it. This album stuck with me. And listening to it today was kind of a throwback. I haven't heard it in quite a while. And it's kind of wild that She Sells Sanctuary was so far down the playlist. Usually they top load those old albums with the big hits because they want to catch you right up front. And Sanctuary is like song 9 on this record.
Definitely my favorite on it. I love the Rain, but She Sells Sanctuary. It's just a rocker. I was listening the second time I was driving around. I was like getting on I-4 as it starts. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
That's a great driving song, like right off rip. Just got to go. I will. I don't want to ask you guys if you noticed this. By the way, there's 2 ballads on this song, on this record. The first one sucks. It's terrible. But the second one is like song 8. I cannot remember the name of it. And I remember not liking that song as a kid. And then I listened to it again today. And I was like, damn, that actually is a solid tune. Really good chord progressions. The song is pretty, which is odd for this band because that's not really what they built it on.
Is it Revolution?
Yeah, Revolution. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
It's funny because I actually thought, I was like, wait a minute, was that on the Marie Antoinette soundtrack? But
yeah.
How old is The Cult as a band?
Oh, this is their
80s. This is their second album,
Right,
which
yeah.
came out in 85. I think they formed in 82.
Yeah. English band, by the way. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't know that because they look like they're like gritty Texas a little
Yeah.
bit. It's kind of wild because the way the singer, Ian Astbury, I think.
Yep.
Billy Duffy is the guitar player. Today's his birthday. Oddly enough.
really?
Yeah, sure enough. Now, I will tell you what I did notice about this album. I didn't know if you guys noticed it. If you listen to the record all the way down, from cut 1 all the way to Sanctuary, right?
Right.
Tell me if the recording doesn't sound like they made changes while they were recording the record, because the kick and the bass line on Seashells. Oh, She Sells Sanctuary is way more pronounced than it is earlier in the album. And I don't know if that really happens, but this was in the 80s, and I'm not sure if they did that. But man, when you listen to Sanctuary and it comes down, like, listen to how much more pronounced this bass line is.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it is not like that in the other songs, dude. It is crazy.
But
how
it
much
works because this is my favorite song on
Yeah,
this album.
So good.
Yeah, this one and Rain were really the only two I recognized, which I was surprised by. I thought I was going to recognize a lot more.
I didn't, and it was my first time listening to some of them. One of them, Phoenix, it sounds like it's a guitar solo over the entire album.
100%. It's his heaviest use of the wah-wah pedal and the phaser pedal.
Yeah.
And he does that a lot.
It's like through the entire song.
And I tell you something else that's interesting, too. When you listen to it, you realize all of these tunes, most of them, I should say, are built on a guitar hook from Duffy, because if you at the beginning of them always has like the little lick that you hear throughout the entire tune.
Yeah.
I learned how to play this on guitar at one point.
Did you?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool tune. All right, there you go. It's The Cult. The album is called Love, and if you want to check that out, you can do it. And like I said, if you're out there kind of doing that thing still, check out Sonic Temple as well. Another unbelievable album from The Cult. What do you have for us next week, Deborah?
Next to Violator, this is my favorite album suggestion from you.
Really? Nice.
Wow.
I love that one. Really?
That just excludes all the hip-hop.
I was going to say those are the tops.
More than Eric B. and Rakim? The Public Enemy? Come on,
it's
guys,
good.
what do you-
Did we do Public Enemy?
Yeah, we did Public Enemy, dude. Takes the nation of millions.
Yeah.
You just got you got
He
tired of
tried to
hearing all
block
the,
it out.
all the horns.
All right, so what I have for next week is an 11-minute and 2-second video
Okay, all right.
on YouTube about the top 7 weird or strange experiences people have that science still cannot explain.
Oh my goodness. Is this like when you hit your head and all of a sudden you can speak fluent French?
No, this is like,
a brain freeze?
Yeah.
childhood amnesia,
Oh,
right?
really?
Why is it that the most core memories of our lives are the memories that we cannot unlock? Why is that? Yawning. Why is it that just reading about a yawn will make you yawn?
No,
So
really?
It's about these 7 experiences that all of humanity experience, but science still can't say why it happens in the first place.
I'm going to give you a heads up. This just happened truly. When you said the word yawn, I had to fight yawning.
See? And when you watch the video and you find out how many times the narrator said that he yawned just putting this piece together, just again, because you can see it, you can hear it,
Yeah,
you can
that's
read
crazy.
about it, and it's universal. And so there's 7 of them in total. It's 11 minutes
Yeah.
long, 11 minutes and 2 seconds. And it goes over these 7 strange experiences, all of the Earth experiences, but science can't say why.
Did you? Yeah, I was going to say this breakdown. Was just taking I had to wait for that drum breakdown real
There's
quick.
a
My
minute
bad.
left in the song when at 3:15 that thing is.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had to do that little drum. That's interesting because years ago when we would hear about the, I bumped my head and all of a sudden I can speak fluent French. Like we were like, that's a lie. That's a lie. And then like 20 years later, they're doing brain scans. Like, I don't know, dude. There's like 10 cases of this nationwide where bumps his head and all of a sudden he's a math genius.
Yeah, exactly.
Or almost
exactly.
drowns, comes back to life, and all of a sudden has this crazy art ability to paint or make music. It's nuts.
Now, these are much more innocuous than that, but they do touch on everyday experiences that we have that, science still can't say why you do it.
Well-
Why do you dream? Why can't you access memories of when you were a baby or a toddler?
That's interesting. What's the earliest memory you have as a person? Can you remember that? The earliest memory you have where you can say, I definitely know that happened 100%.
My 4th birthday.
You remember your fourth birthday?
I do. I was sneaking into my sister's room to see what my gift was. I remember she said, "How I mentioned it's my birthday." She goes, "How old are you today?" And I held up my hand of 5 fingers, and she said, "No, you got to put one away."
Yeah.
And so it was 4, and that's how I remember it was my fourth birthday.
I was probably 3.5. We had just gone back to the island that my mom is from. And my brother we'd gone to the beach, and my brother had put a huge fistful of sand in his mouth. And I remember the terror of the family because it made him extremely ill.
Really?
So I remember the family like trying to hide, trying to keep the truth from me of just how sick my baby brother was from eating sand on the beach.
Why would he do that?
Because he's 1 year old, and as I'm sure you guys are aware, from what I've heard, 1-year-olds will put pretty much anything, including their fingers and their toes.
Oh, yeah, there's a phase.
And
there's
everything.
a phase. My daughter's son is doing that phase right now where he sticks his whole fist in his hand, in his face.
Yeah, so.
All of my brother stories from Deb, I don't know about this guy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he made it this far.
Yeah.
Explains why he became a Marine, right?
Yeah. I met him. He's pretty impressive. Now I'm not so sure. I remember being in a sandbox with a friend of mine, and the kid's name was Jimmy John, oddly enough.
How old were you?
I want to say I was it was pre-kindergarten, because I remember kindergarten. I remember.
I do too. I loved kindergarten.
I remember my cubby. I remember all that stuff. Like I remember there was 3 steps because my kindergarten class was actually sunken from the school, so I had to take steps down to get into my classroom. It was a very cozy classroom.
You guys remember taking the nap and then you'd get your little carton of milk?
Milk, yes, 100%.
Oh, yeah. We had a fake post office in there. We would play like post office and have magazines and fill up mailboxes.
We would get baked snacks as the teacher would bring in like these little cookies or little snacks or something like that. We would always have that when we got up. It was awesome. Like kindergarten was the greatest. But I remember even before that, I was playing in the sandbox, and this actually is so funny. I just remembered it as I was talking about it. And the reason I remember it so much is we were playing in this sandbox. I could have been more than maybe 3 or 4 years old or whatever. And out of the sand came a gigantic palmetto bug.
Oh no, the things you hate the most.
And that has to be, I thought it was my grandmother's house. My grandmother's had a wooden house, and I got to tell you, man, they paid rent in that bitch. There was a whole bunch of them up in there, and that became like a nightly thing. Just sweep the roaches. Everybody knows to sweep the roaches. But this palmetto bug, it was like the size of a skull can lid, and it came out of the sand, and it was just coming right at me, dog. It was just coming right at me, and I couldn't have been more than like maybe 3.5, 4 years old. So yeah, I guess right around then.
Yeah.
I remember almost drowning once.
Really?
Fell asleep in the bathtub.
Oh, wow.
And the only reason I remember it is because my mom lost her ever-loving mind. She walked out just for a second as she was bathing me to go either answer the phone or grab something she had forgotten. By the time she got back, I'd already fallen asleep and was almost under.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Or that was her master plan. It's one of the two. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Fun, by the way. That is your 4 o'clock keyword, F-U-N. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
What you do that's new, brought to you by Glenn Klossman. KLAUSMANLAW.com. Proudly sponsored since day one by Glenn Klossman. KlossmanLaw.com.
Bye. Sure, AI is smart, but can it spill coffee on a control board? Didn't think so. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
Disabled vehicle, I-4 eastbound before 408, blocking the right shoulder. Also, another crash, I-4 westbound before Darrell Carter Parkway, blocking the shoulder there. And you have a slow ride right now on I-4 westbound between the Beach Line and Central Florida Parkway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at TrueGreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Hurry, offer ends 5/21. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenicklygroup.com.
Here's your spring upgrade. Sun's out. Drink in one hand and a free Samsung Galaxy phone in the other. All on unlimited 5G. Switch to Total Wireless and stay connected through every road trip, beach day, and everything in between. Now that's a total power move. Offer ends 7/8/2026 or while supplies last. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a Total 5G Unlimited or Max 5G plan, single or multi-month plan. Additional port-in ID verification or device financing requirements vary by device. Purchase limits apply.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Avoid the headaches of a traditional home sale and move on your timeline with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Just a simple, stress-free way to sell your home. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. Choosing the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Visit markspain.com to find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home and skip the hassles of cleaning and costly repairs. One of our clients, Chris, said, selling our 16-year-old home was quick thanks to the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. We avoided the stress of showings, constant cleaning, and negotiations. Their guaranteed offer was beyond what we were hoping for. I've been in the business for nearly 30 years, and I know what matters most. Selling your home fast and for maximum profit. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
We've all quit something before, like when you tried to learn Spanish. Until you learned you couldn't roll your R's. Or when you promised to hoop every weekend until you got clowned about that air ball. Some things in life are just easy to quit, but quitting cigars isn't. The high levels of nicotine in cigars make it hard to quit tobacco. We can help. Tobacco Free Florida offers free tools and services to help you stay smoke-free. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN now or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Ever wish you could go to a funeral but not know the deceased? Have you been at a memorial service and thought, I wish these songs were more fun? Ever gone to a celebration of life and wondered, why aren't there more jokes? Well, you'll get all of this at Against Her Wishes, a one-woman dark comedy featuring me, Emily Fontano. Come to the celebration of life, funeral, and memorial service for my mother, Janet, who never wanted any of this. Kicking off at the 35th Orlando International Fringe Festival in Lock Haven Park. For tickets and more information, go to againstherwishes.com. That's againstherwishes.com. Brought to you in part by Dobbs Funeral Home. We'll see you there.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. 800-LifeLock. 1-800-LifeLock or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. 800-LifeLock. 1-800-LifeLock or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
The first Top Shelf Country cruise promised big, and it delivered. Now the bar's set. If you were there, you know. If you weren't, it's time to get on board. Set sail aboard the Celebrity Summit in March 2027, where laid-back luxury meets country fun. We're talking toes in the sands of Bimini, fun in the sun in Key West and Cozumel, live band karaoke, trivia, bingo, and performances from Riley Green, Chris Young, Lauren Elena, Randy Houser, and more. Lock in your cabin now at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
Hello, I'm Robert Smigel. I did lots of things. Cartoons on SNL, Conan stuff, Triumph the Insult Comic Dogs, some movies. But now I'm past my peak. So I'm hosting a podcast. Humor Me with Robert Smigel and Friends. Each week, me and my favorite comedians, writers, and whatnots help regular people just like you, presuming you're regular, who have some project or task that they'd like us to help make funnier.
Search Humor Me on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Colbert crew, blessings, love, and honor, you know. First, I just have to say to everybody out there, be careful upon the wet road, man, and stop the stupidity. Anyway, let's move on. Deb, I just got in the car, turned on the radio, only to hear you start talking about yawning, and made the biggest jaw-cracking yawn ever. Then only hear Jimmy say he's struggling to fight the yawn and yawn again. That's something that I need to get answered also, trust me.
Hey, you all. This is Donna from Melbourne.
Hey, Donna.
And I was just calling to check in with Jim to see if there was any news on the relative he was looking for. I might have missed an update. I try not to, but I might have. You all have a great day.
Thank
Love
you.
the program.
Thank you
care.
very much.
Bye.
I appreciate that. Very thoughtful of you. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Yeah, we did find him. He's a massive drug dealer, and he got arrested. So
Not true.
Your 4 o'clock keyword is fun, F-U-N. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Fun is the word, guys. Go get that money. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
I thought I already did I not do this?
You did, but not everyone listens to all 4 hours every day of the week. Jim.
Understood, and I did bring it up a number of times before, but just to recap the story for everybody that does not know, I guess about 3 weeks ago, well, actually, it happened when I was up in March at my golf tournament. I was going to hang out with my uncle that I only get to see occasionally, right? And in the context of hanging out with my uncle, he let me know, by the way, our disabled cousin, his nephew, my cousin, is missing and has been missing for months.
Not that that's terrifying or anything.
Yeah, because I mean, he is, doesn't really have the capability of living on his own. He doesn't need, is it palliative care? Is that the care like 24 hours a day kind of thing? Care? Is that what we're talking about? Is that what that is?
I believe so.
Well, palliative care is when it's just making you comfortable. It's not
as you're going.
It's not curing things.
Yeah. So he just needs care to help move through life. Like I don't think he can cook or anything like that, but he did have a job at Walmart at one point, so he is capable of doing things like that. But as he gets a little bit older, and because of the birth defects he had growing up, he has really bad legs, a bad back. He's hydrocephalic. But he's a great person, a really good person. He was in the care of his brother, who is, maybe not such a savory dude. And we had some questions. I'd gone through every outlet I could go through to get information, but they don't give any information out. Man, he's a 53 or 4-year-old guy. And that is it. I have to tell you, of all the things I learned through this thing that we're dealing with is, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. He's 53. He is
power of attorney. That's what you'd need to have.
Yeah, but I would have to find him to get that. Like, that's the thing, right? I mean, you have to get power of attorney, but the person that you want power of attorney over has to kind of agree to that. We didn't know where he was. Like, we couldn't get information from the hospital. The only thing is a gentleman at the hospital said he was there. Like, because that's the only clue we had of where he was. They confirmed that he was there, but he had been discharged in March of last year. And the only other good thing is they can't legally discharge anybody without somewhere to go, right? They have to have a home to go to, somewhere to go to. And the situation, I'm not going to get into it because it's not good, but he didn't really have anywhere to go, and he didn't call us, which we couldn't figure out, but he doesn't have a phone, has no way to get a phone. Has the mentality of like a young person, so he doesn't really, and even though he knows I live in Orlando and work in Orlando, never mentioned it to anybody. And believe it or not, he's right here in Orlando.
Oh, wow.
When they discharged him from the hospital, they sent him to a facility that handles people like him. But again, because of his age, you can get zero information.
HIPAA laws.
It just so turned out that there's somebody in our family that has a connection in that world and was able to use their professional contacts and what they do for a living to access information, and found out where he was. Then they started calling the facility, and nobody would pick up the phone. So we didn't, and again, so they just drove down here on a whim and just drove right up to the place, and sure enough, when they walked in, there he was.
Thank God.
Didn't and still have no. We're going to see him Sunday. We have no explanation to where he was, how it got there, no explanation of what's going on, no explanation on how it's being paid for, because this particular facility, when you go to their website, how much it's $5,300 a month to live there.
Wow.
Because they do everything, food, everything like that. You're cared for. You have your own room. You have your AC. You've got entertainment, TV, movies, whatever the case may be. And you're taken care of. Showers, stuff like that. We found out he didn't have any clothes. So we're taking him clothes and toiletries and everything like that, and to kind of figure out what's going on. But
you might ruin his gig.
Look, man. Listen, this has been talked about. Like, maybe he didn't call anybody because he's happy.
Yeah.
And thought if he called somebody that it ruin the situation, because if he's in a place where he's happy, he's got somebody to talk to, he likes watching Price is Right, he can do that.
And now we find out they have family. It's like, oh, you can take over the bill.
Right.
He was a ward of the state, and now he'll be the ward of Jim Colbert.
So I wanted to ask something because I find this interesting. So if he gets discharged and this facility agrees to take him, there has to be some type of government program or grant that they file on his behalf. Like, he would probably give them power of attorney, right, to file for this grant on his behalf. And again, he's not going to negotiate with you. It's like he's like a 12 or 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Right. So he would be highly suggestible. So the people at the facility could just simply say, hey, look, if you want to stay here, this is what we need to do, and go through with it. Because I know his disability check is nothing. He could not live on his disability check. Could not do it. Impossible.
This is when that the world of taking care of someone who is either dealing with memory care problems, or this is the whole new legal world. Because like I told you before, I just always assumed that my brother and former sister-in-law were always going to have access to their children. They're their children.
Right.
And they're severely autistic. So, but I learned that the clock is ticking. When they're 18, you lose all access, even though they are your children. So this is murky. I would get in touch with some legal help.
Let me ask you a quick question on that's very interesting, because when I remember you telling me about this, like when they turned 18, because it was infuriating to you.
Yeah. I mean, it's
because they're not capable of understanding even what power of attorney is. Do you have to prove that to a judge? Like, when you're doing this, do you have to take the kids into a judge and say, hey, look, you can interact with them, you can completely understand. You could say power of attorney in 15 languages. They're not going to get it. They're not picking up. They don't understand.
I don't know if necessarily you have to bring them in, or just through medical records and stuff that you'd be able to do that. But this is that kind of mercury. This is that murky field.
Yeah.
That, unless you're shoved into this, thank you, Jack. Unless you're, shoved into this situation, you really don't know legally what your rights are. Because again, you guys are two guys in your 50s.
Yeah.
Who can have the right? I mean, right. I don't know how that works. Now, legally, I don't know how that works.
So if if you have a Down's child, right? If you have a Down's child or a severely autistic child that is going to need care for pretty much the remainder of their life, is that what happens at 18 years old? You just automatically get power of attorney over them, so you can take care of them for the remainder of their existence?
Oh, it's not automatic. I mean, it's something that you have to pursue. You just have to remember to do it. You can't assume that because you're the parent, you're always going to have access. Legally, you won't.
That's what I meant. Automatically, you consider, you know yourself automatically at 18 years old, you need to go and take care of this and get power of attorney, because if anything happens and they're over 18 and you did not do that, you literally wouldn't have a say in what's happening to them, right?
And that's why, even though it takes effect at 18, you might want to start that process at 16. Just because you don't know what kind of legal obstacles could be put in your way.
Yeah.
And you don't want to leave it until the last minute.
And again, nobody thought about this, because, the last time I saw my cousin was at his father's funeral. He lost his mom years ago. His brother isn't like a savory dude, right? Not really capable of taking care, much less himself than a disabled, 50-year-old man. And when his father passed, his father was pretty much his guiding light. And when his father passed, he basically kind of fell into the guardianship of his brother. And that was the worst possible thing that could happen to him. The absolute worst possible thing that could happen to him. Crazy. And we would have never thought about that because the dude's been married. Like, he had a life. Matter of fact, at one point, he was the most successful guy in their family. And that's not a joke. He is. He had a wife. He had a place to live. Both he and his wife had great jobs. They were making money. My man was loving racing, like hanging out, watching stuff on TV, like posting all the time about monster trucks, which he loves. Like, he had it going on. And then his wife divorced him. And then when she divorced him, he had to go back out in the world. No dad to take care of him. Had to lean on his brother, the only person he knew. And then off we go.
But the good news is you found him.
And he's okay.
And he's okay.
Great.
So
Happy
now
as a
it's the-
lark.
But you might really mess up his situation by showing up.
Can I tell you? I will tell you something. But I hadn't seen him in so long. The last time I saw him before this funeral was years before that. And when I walked up, it'd been a while since I saw him. His father told him who I was, and he looked at me and he said, "Stop." Well, he didn't curse, but he said, "No, it's not." Like, he didn't recognize me because I'd lost my hair and chose the wrong chalice. Because I looked 75 years older than he saw me last time. Last time I had the flowing mullet and the chipped tooth. They didn't know who I was. I was a bail bondsman, according to him.
Oh, you better, I would say, shoot some video on this reunion on Sunday.
Oh, we're definitely going to do that. So Kurt's, my uncle's coming down on Sunday, and we're going to go visit him on Sunday. We were going to do it last week, but we found out that Saturday the facility is closed completely, and then, of course, Sunday was Mother's Day, so we're coming up this weekend, and now people are in contact with him, and it's actually a really good deal. So thanks for asking. I really appreciate that.
Well,
very kind of you.
Yeah.
All right, 407
memories.
916-1041. Text us at 77031. So the French girl I wanted to tell you guys about.
Yeah.
Jack, you're such the worst.
Why?
So she's a teenager. She's a teenager.
Oh, come on, man.
She woke up from a 3-week coma. Right?
Right.
And that's funny. And while she was in the coma, she had dreams. And they actually say it went farther than dreams. She lived out an entire scenario of life while in this coma, which was so real to her. When she woke up, she told everybody, in this other existence I was in while I was gone, I was a mother with 3 kids, and I'd raised them for 7 years. Now, she had been out for 3 weeks, but in that 3-week period of time, her brain led her to believe that she was a mom of 3 and that she had spent the last 7 years raising them. It was so real to her that when she came out of it and they explained that she was in a coma and that wasn't actually real, that did not happen, she had to go to grief therapy. Because the memory of the children that she raised and those memories that she had while in the coma were so strong that she had to go through therapy to let them understand you did not raise children. You aren't abandoning anybody. You didn't forget a family. This never happened.
Oh,
that's
yes,
how,
it did.
That's how real it was.
I bet it did happen.
But by the way, what you're about to say, funning around, is exactly what everybody else is saying. They're like, this is not an alternate kind of reality thing.
This was a Star Trek The Next Generation episode. And this Captain Picard, he froze for a second, and it was this alien, this dying species. They grabbed his consciousness. He spent a lifetime with them, and then when he died, he went back into his body. He was only gone for like a blink of an eye, or a very short period of time, but they did that as a way to record their civilization and their life so someone could carry on their memory. And so it's like he had a full experience, but what came back, I believe people can travel this way. This is how you time travel.
I think that, dude, I got to tell you, I think you're right there. I think this is where people get like time traveling things, is because of a situation like this. I'll tell you, I don't know about you guys. We got to take a break here in a second, but I'll tell you my story, right? So I remember this was probably about 3 or 4 years ago. I was trying to remember a second ago during the break because where I was at the time, it was still in Geneva. So that means I would have been, because we lived in this house now for 2 years. So it's like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I had a dream that I hit somebody at night on a bicycle while I was driving.
Ooh.
And I didn't stop.
That tracks.
All right. I did not stop. I moved on, blah, 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 blah. The dream got so defined that I remember the door knocking and the cops being at my front door. I remember having a detailed conversation. By the way, and this is no joke, I remember in bed, I woke up and I was soaking wet from the sheets, from the nerves, from trying to cover my story with the cops. And when I woke up, right before I woke up, I wondered how I would fare in jail because I thought I was going to jail. And it took me a good 5 minutes, even after waking up, to convince myself that it didn't happen and everything was fine and I wasn't going to jail. It was that real.
Wow.
I remember the impact of the car. I remember I remember the guy going off in the ditch. I remember thinking, I think I was drunk, right? And I mean, I'm telling you the whole thing. It was crazy. It was so real that I swear I woke up in a panic that I was going to go to jail, that eventually they were going to knock on my door and I was going to get cuffed and I was going to spend time in jail for hit and run murder.
Wow.
And I've had that happen twice to me in my life. Just 2 times, though. And you guys know about the other one. I had a dream so real that I drove off the edge of a cliff, which is a giant fear of mine, that I heard the air in the windows, coming through, and I heard the nothingness. It was just...
Yeah.
And it was so real. I remember waking up in a cold sweat thinking I was going to be dead. So crazy. Nothing like that for you?
Dreams can be terrifying.
It is terrifying. It's horrifying,
like
guys.
that, I think those things really happen to you.
No, they didn't really happen.
I think so.
Have you guys ever been able to wake up from a dream and the dream was so fun you tried to go back to sleep and have the dream again?
Oh, yeah.
I've actually done it once. I did it one time, and I don't think I really woke up, is what the deal was. And I was on a cruise ship, oddly enough, and the cruise ship was haunted. And I remember walking through the aisles of this cruise ship looking for somebody, and I woke up and I was like, damn, I didn't find him. And I tried to go back to sleep, and just for a second, I remembered appearing back in the main atrium of the cruise ship, and then it was all gone. But then those sex ones. Oh, yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Don't forget, guys, your 4 o'clock keyword is fun. That's F-U-N. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Back in 1 sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
Real Music Weekends are classic alternative.
I said, remember that love is what I got.
Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with a look at your forecast for Central Florida. We've got a stormy afternoon ahead after a quiet morning. Our high temperatures only reaching the mid-80s, but our rain chance today at 80%. We're going to have some beneficial downpours this afternoon. Not the most convenient timing for plans, but we need the rain. There will be an outside chance for a severe storm, but this is really a story about the rain. It won't rain all afternoon, but we'll have waves of it through the evening. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals. Metal roofing starts with Tri-County Metals. Trusted quality, proven performance. Register your metal roof rebate and get up to $500 back. Visit TriCountyMetals.com today.
Man, I don't think there's much of an argument. Stihl is the #1 brand in gas-powered landscaping equipment, and you can find it right now at your local Tools Ace Hardware. I never say this either. They have a massive selection of everything Stihl. If you haven't been into a Tools, from homeowner to professional, Stihl has that perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. You can get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Stihl mowers and on any additional Stihl tools as well. Amazing. And don't forget, guys, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores ready to service and repair your Stihl equipment every single day, and they do a wonderful job. Have kept my chainsaw, my weed eater running for years now. They can do the same for you. Stihl zero-turn mowers now available in-store at 12 Tools Ace Hardware locations. Find your tools easily at toolsacehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Want a beautiful white vinyl fence but thought you couldn't afford it for less than $5 a day? Only $125 a month. Fence Outlet will install a 120-foot vinyl fence and transform your backyard. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
Breaking news, Memorial Day is coming early. At RC Hill Mitsubishi, RC is on site in DeLand.
Jan, these folks know how to party. It's Memorial Month with special incentives now through Memorial Day at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Memorial Day savings all month long. Look at this happy customer.
I was buried in my trade. I had like 20 payments left, but you got me out, RC. Woohoo!
That's right, I'm paying $3,000, $4,000, even $6,000 more for your trade. And what about you?
Well, I saved a heap of cash. Got a new Outlander, only $349 a month.
And Outlander SUVs received the highest IIHS safety rating. Plus, get 0% financing for 72 months.
They got 200 certified pre-owned, many under 20 grand.
RC got me approved with a local credit union. Yeah, I got a low rate, too.
It's Memorial Month. New Outlander SUVs, all the tech, third-row seating, and a lifetime warranty.
At RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand.
Just 2 miles off I-4. RCHill.com. Offers plus tax tag entitled to qualified buyers.
Solar Source is the company that can help you convert the sunshine into power in your home and help you reduce your power bill each and every month. Matter of fact, now is a great time to do it because Solar Source is rolling back to pre-2020 solar pricing. It's the Solar Source Price Rewind event, and it's your chance to lock in the best solar prices in years. It's great when you actually look forward to getting a power bill instead of that normal dread, and you can see how much you are saving each and every month. Get a quote from Solar Source today on their website, solarsource.com. Florida's oldest and most experienced solar provider since 1984, offering an industry-leading 25-year warranty. No pressure, no gimmicks, just expert guidance and great customer service. Go to solarsource.com and tell them Jack from Real Radio sent you for exclusive savings.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
You've taken allergy meds for years. Are they helping? Congestion, drainage, still there. And that sniffle just doesn't stop. Experts say common allergy pills are associated with depression, weight gain, even dementia. Do you really want to be taking those for years on end? Aspire Allergy and Sinus helps thousands with treatment that actually works, so you can say goodbye to allergies for good. Go to aspireallergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's aspireallergy.com.
When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. Snacks that sing. Drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds. And you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Car crash? Call Clausman. ClausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Are you offended yet? Obviously, we're only kidding. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
So, Jimmy, I feel for your situation with your relative. It was great that you found him. That's great news. My brother has a degenerative brain disease, is in a care facility that charges, normally they charge $10K a month, and they're a really great facility. It's almost one-on-one care, which is awesome. And but because he's so young and his financial situation is such that they knocked it down to $7,500 a month for his care.
Hi, Jim. If your cousin was deemed a ward of the state and he is mentally challenged, Medicaid will pay for him to be in a full-service rehabilitation center or place, and it sounds like that may be what happened.
Hey, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, we plan on finding out quite a bit coming up this weekend. When we go visit, we're going to ask a bunch of questions, see what's up. He'd like to be closer to our hometown, his hometown, which is my old hometown. But I don't know how malleable these situations are, so we'll find out. You only have a few minutes, guys, about 10 minutes, but fun is your 4 o'clock keyword, F-U-N. You know what to do. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi.
Hey, big thanks to everybody who's texting in these crazy dreams of theirs. I don't know if you've read any of them on the texting service, but they're pretty nuts. One guy said he had the exact same dream of driving off the cliff and then hearing the air as you feel weightless.
Yeah.
That's crazy. A lot of people are texting in. And by the way, I want to remind everybody, when you text the show, we will text people back. Like we do it all the time. And if you don't get a text back, it doesn't mean we haven't seen your text. We read literally every one of them that comes into the station, but we can only respond to so many. So thank you.
Someone reads it. I mean, sometimes it's...
I read every one of them. I read every one of them. I go on break and I scroll down and I read every one I missed. Because, I mean, the thing is, you got to use it what you get, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what you guys do on break.
Yeah.
No.
Some of that is sometimes I watch Instagram. Either way. So, what else I want to talk about here real quick? Oh, have you isolated what you're wearing on the Yachtly cruise yet?
Not even.
Yeah?
What are you doing?
She's got more than a month.
Yeah, not going to worry about it, Jim. Actually, it's kind of very Fringe Festival of you to see you putting this much effort into your costume that night.
This is a really cool event. This has never happened.
There is no doubt this is a very cool event, but I am not putting nearly the energy into my fashion that you are. I'm a little concerned.
You should.
I'm a little concerned.
I had a guy email me the other day and says, I cannot wait to see you guys on the Yachtly cruise. I literally cannot wait to see you. So you got to give them something to come for.
No. See us.
No, you do.
Not what we're wearing.
Yeah. But I mean, the whole idea is it's a themed cruise. No, you need to step out.
You got excited about it, and now you're putting pressure on us.
No, I'm not. I just asked you a question. That's all I did. I just asked you a question. I just simply said, "What are you wearing?"
And then
clothes.
What kind of clothes?
And then you just stared at her silently.
Yeah, staring you right in your damn eye.
I'll remind you, this is radio. Look, you're doing that look thing again.
Thanks. We're on video too, Jack, and I need those 500 people to also feel the vibe.
Okay, give us a thumbs up if you like his vibe.
Mm-hmm. And vibe.
Are you feeling the vibe, people?
Have you chased your idea down, Jack? Or do you also don't care?
No.
I care.
Or do you also not care?
He is so lucky. He has an automatic answer. He's a couple of options, actually.
I have a theme. I have an idea. I shared it with my wife. She is aware of it, and she said, I think you need to come with me when I go thrifting.
Okay.
And I said, you got it. We'll do it as soon as I get back from my trip.
Got it. Okay, good. I'm worried about. And you know why I'm worried about it? Because I know your husband.
Let's talk to him.
And your husband isn't what they call a frivolous dude.
No, he's not.
Your husband is, is that the same thing you've worn since you were 19? I think so. Sensible polo tucked into sensible jeans with sensible shoes and a belt he's had since he was 14. Is that pretty close?
No, except for the belt part. But yeah, not a big dress up kind of person.
Well, you need to find something that he can dress up and not seem dressed up. Like, that's the whole key, is find something.
It's the 70s and 80s. That's going to be a hard stretch. Do you guys remember the fashion of the 70s and 80s?
He's an 80s kid. He lived it.
Matter of fact, he probably still has those clothes.
Oh, he's got some jelly shoes. There's no question. Chris has jelly shoes. And a Wham half shirt.
Some pink neon shorts. We're there.
If my dude walked in a Wham half shirt, I don't care what the prize is. I'm sticking it in his pants. I mean, that sounded odd.
Yeah, it did. And no,
anyway,
you're not.
He wins everything. If Chris Carson shows up in a Wham half shirt with wispy shorts and some jelly bracelets, oh my God! Look, can I tell you? We end the cruise right there.
We would.
Everybody off the boat.
Would. Everybody off the boat. We're going to go home and have a very serious discussion.
No contest anymore. It's going to be good. I know that we're recording a live Captain's Log Radio that day. It's going to be great. It'll be the first live audience ever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have to technically figure out how to do it.
Going to have some cigars, going to have some prizes, going to have some stand-up, going to have some trivia, going to have some great food. Jack and I are actually next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend, are going on. I forgot you are as well. Well, I don't know. I mean, you don't feel like dressing
new
up.
Deb. She's married. She's a Mrs. now.
I love this. Yeah. So we're going to go and find out what the cruise is like. We're going to test the food. We're going to see the drinks. We're going to feel the vibe of the joint, and then we're going to tear it up. It's going to be a good time. I think people are going to really enjoy this.
I think so.
Yeah, I think this is going to start like a thing where we do this a couple times a year.
New tradition, huh?
I think so, dude, because it's really unique. I mean, who doesn't like going down to St. John's? It's kind of awesome. And a lot of people that listen to the show have never been on the river before. I mean, you've never been down there. I mean, if you've not been on the river before, it's a blast, dude. It is.
Well, not only that, this cruise sold out so fast.
Yeah.
That we have a lot of listeners who didn't even know we planned the cruise before they're like, wait, and it's already sold out?
There's listeners right now saying, what the hell are they talking about?
Yeah, we sold it out in 6 hours.
Yeah, it's our Yachtly cruise. So we're probably going to have to do at least a few to be able to accommodate all the people who couldn't get on this cruise.
Yeah, but do we do the Yachtly cruise every single time, or do we switch it up?
We can switch up the themes.
Yeah, sure.
But this one it just kind of felt so perfect. It all came together.
Do you think a Buffett thing would work, like a Buffett theme, because it's already kind of built in? I mean, it's not an ocean by any means.
Well, we have the Yachtly cruise. That would be Jack's theme. We could do a comedy cruise. That could be Ross's theme.
Mm-hmm.
We could have a food cruise, a primetime kitchen cruise. That could be
How about you? What are
Jimmy's
you doing?
theme. I have no idea.
We're getting all of those elements in this first cruise. In this cruise we're doing, Ross will be doing stand-up. We'll have the music. There will be trivia. Jim Colbert Show trivia.
Yeah. I mean, well, we're doing the trivia. It's not trivia about the show.
No. Yeah, right. No, like what we do on it. Actually, it could be Pick the Porn.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I totally forgot. Man, I haven't tapped into the porn industry of the 70s and 80s yet for ideas. Get the hell out of here, dude. Peter North, here I come.
It was more of an 80s. Yeah, 80s, right?
Yeah. You could be Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy. There you go, Jack.
You could be Ron Jeremy, Jack. Cheap Ron Jeremy. That'd be fun.
Ew.
He's gross.
Yeah, you want to be the hedgehog. I met that guy one time. Let me tell you something. You talking about a seething? Oh, my God.
Why, he was angry?
No. I was going to say another word there. He was...
Is he dirty? He always looked like he would smell. Was he smelly?
Yeah, man, he wasn't like a real savory dude. I got to tell you, really weird. Again, he got busted. Is he dead? He died in prison, didn't he?
No way. Let me check.
I think he went to jail for sexual assault. Oddly enough, in the porn industry, he went to jail for sexual assault, I believe, because he couldn't keep his hands off people, even when they weren't working. I think everybody believes because you're in the adult film industry that you're automatically going to bang it out whenever you feel like it. It isn't really like that, from what I understand. And he thought, because he was this big porn star from the 70s and 80s, that he just had like the full run of whenever they brought a girl around or whatever, he could just do whatever he wanted because he was that guy.
Apparently he's still alive.
Still alive, is he?
He's only 5'6".
Yeah, he's tiny. That's why they call. You know what his nickname is, right?
No, you just said the hedgehog?
The hedgehog, yeah. The hedge, because his back is all hairy and he has that crazy perm thing. I never understood how he made it in the business. He's not even remotely good looking.
No.
I mean, he's got one thing that works. I mean, is that all you need in that business?
Well, at the time, yes.
Well, I mean, I think now you have to have something that obviously shows up on film.
Yeah.
I mean, he had that for sure, but he was not a good looking dude at all. And when we met him, I don't remember this part of him, but I heard after the fact when he started kind of letting himself go a little bit that he did not bathe and he did smell awful.
Ew.
I just remember him. And the other thing, too, about him, if I remember right, God, man, I'd have to ask Russ about this. I remember he's actually pretty smart. Like he was a lot more intelligent than you thought he would be to be in that industry. Not that that's really an indicator of intellect by any means. You can still be a porn star and be smart. But, I mean, it doesn't strike you as an industry that people with intellect go into.
I think collectively the porn industry is saying thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Right. Speaking of life on the naughty side, someone suggested a great theme for a Deb cruise, and it could be the Dominatrix cruise.
Oh, my whip. I finally get to use my GIMP outfit.
Only if you wear it with the thigh-high boots.
Oh. Thigh high.
Thigh high.
I got some shorties. I got some brogans.
Or you'll get a spanking.
Got a diaper I like to wear.
Okay.
Oh, man.
That ruined that.
And it's cloth, too. So old
Good.
school.
We'll put you in the rubber pants,
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
you probably spent your early childhood.
I'm an Amish dominatrix. I don't use plastic. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a sec. We're going to talk about Tiger Woods when we get back, and you have a fresh keyword right now.
Freshy.
The Orlando Fringe is happening now, and we want to give Fringe performers the chance to promote their shows using the TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app during the Jim Colbert Show. 30 seconds of radio time to tell the world why they should come see your show. Get the details at realradio.fm/fringe.
Bit of a traffic snarl right now. Traveling I-4, the off-ramp to 192 is currently blocked. Again, expect heavy delays through that area. Another crash, Florida's Turnpike southbound before Osceola Parkway, blocking the left lane. And an accident blocking the shoulder I-4 eastbound at Lee Road. Stop and go traffic from Parr Street. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by OUC. OUC is proud to be known as the reliable one. Based on the most recent PSC data from Florida's investor-owned utilities, OUC ranked #1 in the state for reliability. Your power, our priority. Learn more at ouc.com/reliability.
If you're looking to buy a new home, the first thing you need to do is make sure you have the best expert on your team, and that would be that mortgage guy, Don. And here's why. You know, a recent study found that less than 20% of us compare that first mortgage quote that we get, but what you really want is peace of mind. You want to know that quote is really good for you, so go to the website, hit the button that says compare, and upload your quote. Literally, that's it. That mortgage guy, Don, is going to tell you if it's any good, and better yet, you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. It truly is peace of mind right there at your fingertips. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Are your carpets looking dingy? How about your tile? Does it look all dull? If it does, call OrlandoZeroRes.com. You mentioned me, Russ Rollins, and they're going to clean 3 rooms of carpet for just $147. That's OrlandoZeroRes.com.
This summer, rediscover a place that's been here over 450 years, yet always feels brand new. Where the streets tell stories, the beaches are breathtaking, and every day gives your family more to take home than just a suntan. St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, and the beaches. Welcome to the new world. Plan your escape now at FloridasHistoricCoast.com.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Looking for something different to do this month? Come explore the St. Johns River on the St. Johns River Ship. The St. Johns River Ship is packed with unforgettable events on the water, from elegant themed high tea cruises to high energy nights like Rockin' on the River, live shows, and specialty dinner cruises. Celebrate holidays, theme parties, or just enjoy a night out with incredible food, entertainment, and scenic views. Don't miss what's coming up next on the river. Visit stjohnsrivershipco.com. That's stjohnsrivershipco.com.
Avoid the headaches of a traditional home sale and move on your timeline with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, it's Jack. Selling your home can be overwhelming. That's why who you work with matters. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can help you sell your home hassle-free without the stress of putting your home on the market. Trust them to sell your home fast and for top dollar. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
To everyone looking for a little something extra, Delicious Rewards has officially arrived at Culver's.
With Delicious Rewards, you earn 10 points for every $1 you spend. Those points can be redeemed for free menu items. Because the more you enjoy Culver's, the more we love rewarding you for it. You'll even get special treats every now and then just for being a fan, plus a more personalized Culver's experience. Join today at culvers.com/earn and start earning points with every purchase.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious. To everyone who thinks bold burgers are worth celebrating, let our team member Isabel tell you about the Colby Jack Pub Burger at Culver's.
I could talk about this pub burger all day, but our guests said it best.
This is the best pub burger. That sauce, so good.
That's why it's back now for a limited time. Fresh beef, Wisconsin Colby Jack cheese, crispy onions, and zesty A1 pepper mayo. Let us make one for you at Culver's.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
When you save with Teachers, you're making smart financial decisions. The kind of decisions that lead to more time to relax. And when you have more time to relax, you have more time to write a best-selling book about how to relax. Benefit from making smart financial decisions today, like $600 for opening a new checking account with direct deposit. Visit our new Lake Mary branch or teachersfcu.org to get started. Teachers Federal Credit Union. Smart for Florida. Open to all. Insured by NCUA.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
At work? Just pretend you're on a Zoom call with us. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Jimmy, you've got a great ear, man. So a majority of the Love album by The Cult was recorded at the same studio, and the mixing was done all at that same studio, except for the drums on She Sells Sanctuary. Those were recorded at a second studio, and the final mixing was done at then a third studio. So that explains why that signature song has such a dramatically different, and I'll say more punchy and present sound versus the rest of the album. However, cover to cover, it's a killer anyway.
Good job, dude. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
She Sells Sanctuary. Only when you're with your wife.
Yeah, no, dude.
Mexico.
It's a tough one.
Hey, Colbert crew. So like every other Central Floridian, I'm trying to win that $1,000. And my phone's been ringing a lot lately with roofers. They want to give me a new roof, and I have a new roof. So back off. But the thing that's really annoying about them, these calls, they go, hello, Laura. Like they know me or something.
Mm-hmm. It's AI, right? Hello, Laura. Your 5 o'clock keyword is bills. BILLS. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Bills, guys. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck.
Get it.
We hope you win. Hope you win, young lady. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys saw anything about this Tiger Woods case. I guess they are supposed to be in court today. Did you guys hear what he's arguing today?
Is this about the traffic accident and the rollover?
Yeah, definitely about that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, about the accident he had and the rollover and the whole 9 yards. But there's something else, and I have a theory I wanted to ask you guys about. Even in 2026, I think this comes into play. I told my wife about that this morning. She does not agree with me. She does not think that this is the case, but I'm kind of interested to see what you guys think. So a Florida judge today actually granted prosecutors access to Tiger Woods' prescription records in this DUI case. If you'll remember, his attorney was arguing that they do not want that information out there.
Sure.
They do not want, and they were trying to do the HIPAA thing, I guess. They do not want the record of what he takes on a daily basis out there in court. And of course, when he hits discovery, we're all going to know what this dude was taking every day, right? And I think we already know, he said, even in the context of right after the accident, when being interviewed by the officers, I believe they picked up on the fact that he's, Vicodin and some other things as well. I think Vicodin was the painkiller that he had. That's all the one he claimed, I believe, that he had. He had some other stuff in there as well. But he really didn't want that out there. So I have a question to ask. All right. And I have something I want to tell you as well. I got to be careful how I say this because I want to make sure I don't get myself in trouble. All right. So Tiger Woods has some serious health issues. We know from the crash previous that turned over to he almost lost his leg.
Yeah.
Right. On top of that, we knew that he had dealt with back issues. He had already had another a leg issue before. There's images of him walking and playing a golf tournament. And after every swing, he kind of bends over as if he's writhing in pain, right? He never really showed it so much because his game was always still so good that you could just say, well, he's sore, or he's hurt a little bit, or maybe tweaked his ankle, or whatever the case may be. But obviously down the road, we find out that maybe it's way more than that, right? This guy's dealing with some severe pain. Hank Haney was a former coach of his, and he wrote a book, a tell-all book, which is why he's not really in the golf business anymore, and said that really Tiger Woods' body issues aren't from golf or anything like that. It's from training with Navy SEALs. His dad was an Army Ranger, I believe, and he still had relationships to military outlets and had the ability to do jumps out of helicopters, like live jumps. And apparently, Hank Haney said he did hundreds of them. And the impact of landing from a parachute jump. And I always thought that was relatively soft, but I don't know. I guess if you have a bunch of them, it can take its toll, right?
Oh, no, it can go either way on that one.
Yeah, I think so, right? So you wonder, why would Tiger Woods not want the medication? Everybody knows he deals with pain. Everybody kind of expects him to have some type of painkiller in his system, and he said it himself. I think it was, like I said, I think it was Vicodin. And he also said, or Vicodin, I should say. I think he also said he had some other drugs. The story I have here doesn't mention them because it talks about the attorney thing. Here's my theory. And I'll say, allegedly, I heard years ago when he was still very young and just getting into the golf world in the late 90s and early 2000s when he was doing his thing, that Tiger smoked weed, that he smoked marijuana. He used marijuana, right? And the reason why that came out was there was a photograph of him on a fishing trip smoking out of a handmade pipe type thing. And I'd also heard through the grapevine with other people in Orlando that they're allegedly that he didn't mind doing that, right? Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask you real quick. When it comes to legacy, do you think that marijuana in your system is more damaging to a guy like Tiger Woods than prescription meds? And that maybe he doesn't want people to know that he smokes weed or uses THC? Do you think it's more damaging to a guy's, and think about what I'm saying here, all right? Everybody knows he takes medications to maintain the pain in his body. That's expected. You get a pass there. Even if you abuse that a little bit and got used to it, everybody understands that happens. We've heard story after story after story of good people who had a bad accident, started taking painkillers, it became a habit, then they became addicted, and life spiraled, right?
Yes.
We've heard of that. But you do hold them responsible, but would you agree that we hold them responsible in a different kind of way than if that was like meth or coke or heroin, right? It's different.
Oh, yes.
Different, right?
Yeah.
Because those drugs, the prescription drugs, don't have the illicit kind of aura that those other drugs have. And I think there's a possibility that this guy doesn't want that release because he didn't want people to know that he smoked pot, or if he does. And do you think that if people hear about that they will look at him differently because marijuana is a recreational drug that most people use to kind of relieve stress, like you would have a couple drinks?
I think that holds true 25 years ago.
You don't think it is
30, not as much, and I think it's actually so far down on the things that have tarnished his legacy.
I think the pills are a bigger issue.
You think so? I do not. I'm telling you, I do not. Even in 2026, I do believe if you hear that somebody uses that there is a different vibe around that than there are drugs that are prescribed from a doctor. And especially if you're an athlete, and even though he's never accepted the role as role model, I mean, not famously like Charles Barkley, who said, "I'm not a role model. Do not follow me. Do not pay attention to me. I am an athlete, and that's it. You know, you shouldn't be following my lead on anything." That he's never really made that statement. He's kind of, he's had this program for years to help kids, and to do all this other stuff. And I believe that even if you explain this to a grade school child, they would understand. Yeah, he has to take pills because his back hurts. But if they found out he got high, if he found out he smoked weed or used marijuana in any way, shape, or form, gummies, smoking, whatever the case may be, I think that's a bigger scar on him than using prescription meds. I think that most people still look at that as a burnout drug a little bit. I still believe it has that aura a little bit.
But in Florida, it can be prescription medicine.
It can be, right.
Okay.
But I still...
But
we know he's got no card. There's no way. There's no way that dude's putting a card in his name.
Right.
There's no way that's happening.
Right.
So that's my point. You guys buy that at all? You still think the prescription drugs are a much bigger deal?
Because the prescription drugs are what led to the crash.
I understand that.
So again, if they had come up on his vehicle and they smelled weed or something like that, I mean, it would have made the rounds. It would have maybe been a story for a day. But them finding a controlled substance in his pocket, not in a prescription bottle, the way he looked when you saw him sweating profusely like that, and there was no thought of, I bet this is cannabis. You're like, damn, dude, you need the help of someone who's not drunk, but you're drugged enough that you hit somebody.
I think prescription drugs would have a more negative effect on his ability to play the game than weed would.
Interesting. And by the way, you would have to smell like it. You could eat a gummy and not smell like it. You could hit a vape pen and not smell like it. I don't think you have to smell like it at the crash scene. I don't think it has to be like one of those tales where you get out in a Cheech and Chong movie. I think that if it's in your system, I still believe that he thinks, or maybe his team believes, that in the eyes of youth, that they could understand a pill issue before they could understand him using marijuana. Because he's always had this, even though he's had some drama in his life, he's always still had that clean kind of cut, shirt tucked in, always professional, always looks good working out, even through all of his troubles, with the exception of his butt shots, which are horrible.
Or banging a Perkins.
So you're talking about not what's truly more dangerous to him, just more what people think of him.
The image of it. The image of it.
Yeah. You want to lie to kids, or you want to deceive them and say, he takes prescription medicine for his ailments, and that's it, is better than...
It's what his doctor told him to take. He's following his doctor's orders.
But again, this generation of kids, they're not the marijuana smokers. Those are the boomers, the Gen Xers. This is the scissorp generation.
Yeah.
This is the, like Kodak Black getting busted and they find, purple cough syrup.
Right,
They're not... the whole reefer madness thing doesn't weigh on this generation the way that it did on us. If you knew pot smokers, you didn't admit that you knew pot smokers when we were growing up. Now, I think that because we've gone through the pill mill situation, Florida was at the epicenter of the pill mill situation, and I think it looks bad on him to have a controlled substance in his pocket. If he had a problem and he's taking drugs as prescribed by his doctor, just keep it in the damn bottle, man.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to explain anything. Here's the bottle. Here's the prescription.
Understood. My argument with that would be like, he doesn't really cater to the rap crowd. He doesn't cater. He caters to country club white kids.
But what I'm saying is that the kids these days don't look at pot that way. They're doing the synthetic drugs. They're not They're not ripping a joint. If you listen to the music, the hip hop, it's all about it's opioids.
No, okay, yeah.
So I don't see this generation of kids being, his problem is weed. His problem is weed.
And again, I don't think it'll be looked at like that. My whole point was, and I think you said it best, like, I don't think the hip hop crowd is embracing Tiger Woods. I don't think that's the case, but I do believe that young, impressionable country club kids, we know that for a fact. Rory McIlroy, who's just completed the Grand Slam, idolized Tiger Woods.
He's 40.
Completely idolized him. Yeah, Tiger's 51 or 2 or something, isn't he? So he idolized him as a kid coming up, and I wonder if it's the country club crew and their moms and dads who are taking these kids to golf camps, and Tiger's always been their kind of guy, if they consider that different, if they look at him and go, he's a marijuana user. And I'm not saying that. This is all alleged, of course. I'm not saying he is. I just wondered out loud why he was protecting that prescription so much. Now, again, it's not a prescription, and they will know if it's in his blood because that'll come out as well, because obviously THC affects your reaction time.
But he didn't have a blood draw, and he also didn't have a urinalysis, which could also mean that Vicodin or that oxycodone or whatever it was in his pocket, he does not have a prescription for that particular drug.
Yeah, that's a good point as well.
So that's the issue. Again, and a lot of people are texting us at 77031, and this is the most interesting because also Jimmy is talking about the youth. This generation is probably saying Tiger who?
Yeah.
Because again, everything moves like the speed of light. I mean, when was Tiger really last known as Tiger? Tiger
Yeah,
without all of
20
this
years ago.
20 years
Oh,
without
no, it's-
all this ancillary stuff, the accidents, the cheating, the
What was that,
who he's
2012?
dating. I mean, his golf game hasn't been his biggest story in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, he came back and won the Masters after that.
Yeah, that was
but
kind of a big deal, yeah.
I won $1 on that. Thank you very much.
All right.
Tiger's 50, Rory is 37.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
So when he did as a youth player, grew up idolizing Tiger Woods. I mean, he did.
I could figure, yeah.
Hey, matter of fact, a lot of them did. Justin Thomas, Ricky Fowler, a lot of the big names on tour
And if they
idolized
knew-
this guy.
And if they believe Tiger smoked pot, they might have never played golf.
Yeah, I doubt about that. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Don't forget your 5 o'clock keyword is Bills, BILLS. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000 back in 1 second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Accident blocking the left lane, Florida's Turnpike southbound before you get to Osceola Parkway. Also a crash blocking the shoulder, I-4 eastbound at Lee Road. Stop and go traffic from Parr Street. And also the off-ramp from I-4 to 192 has been reopened. Still some very heavy delays traveling through that area. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal that actually feels like a win. With Straight Talk Wireless, you get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises, all on Verizon's 5G network. Find it in the same place you've always found straightforward prices, exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for the Nickley Group. These guys are awesome, and let me tell you something. #1 real estate team in all of Central Florida, and they have the numbers to prove it. How about this? 5,000 5-star reviews, 4,500 plus homes sold. They sell a home about every 7 hours, guys. They know what they're doing. If you go to the website, you can tell it immediately, thenicklygroup.com, and you'll see not only incredible listings there, but what they can offer you as a real estate team. And let me tell you real quick from a guy who's sold and purchased a number of homes here in Central Florida, if you make a mistake with your real estate team, it could cost you tens of thousands of dollars. That's why it's super important to make a good decision right up front, and the Nickley Group is that decision. My wife's best friend is a closing agent for realtors, right? She tells me that every single deal that comes through the Nickley Group closes with no problems whatsoever. Everything is taken care of. They're total professionals, and that's why you can trust them to get the max dollar for your listing. On average, they get 6% more, and even better, they sell those homes twice as fast. And if you're in the market for a home, again, nobody's going to go through the homes in Central Florida that are available and find the ones that check off the boxes for you and your family like the Nickley Group. Their VIP program, also crazy. Free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, and an early access program that gets you into off-market properties before they even get listed. That is crazy. They even have a guaranteed cash offer, guys. No showings or open houses, and you can close in just 14 days. It's the nicklygroup.com. That's NICKLEY group.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
The Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to us by WeAreBeyondABank.com. And you want your offer on your dream home to compete with cash buyers? They have a way. It's the Buyer's Edge program from WeAreBeyondABank.com. Now, when you get the Buyer's Edge, you'll know that your financing is solid and your loan will close on time, giving sellers the confidence when they want choosing an offer. And it makes your offer just as cool as cash. And here's the difference. WeAreBeyondABank.com backs the Buyer's Edge program with a $5,000 guarantee. So stop losing out on the home of your dreams. Make sure your offer stands out. Get the edge today, the Buyer's Edge, at WeAreBeyondABank.com. Follow them on Facebook. Each month they give away a $100 Amazon gift card to their followers. That is We Are Beyond a Bank, and online at WeAreBeyondABank.com. NMLS ID number 1281698, equal housing and fair lending.
Hey, Orlando.
Orlando. Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for your trade-in too. At Greenway Kia, over 40 dealerships bid for your trade, so you can be confident you're getting the best value possible for your trade-in. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Negative equity refinanced. Expires 6/5/26.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Congratulations to Adrian and Mary, last year's winners of $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, installation is included, and most windows are installed in less than 8 weeks with a lifetime guarantee that transfers when you sell. And now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. That's TRUST to 20129.
Subject to credit approval and down payment.
The time is now. It's time to get a car. It's a great time to do it. It's zero down to get one. Your credit don't matter. Your past don't matter. Your score don't matter. The time is now to get a car. It's zero down. You can get a car. Your credit don't matter. Your past don't matter. That repo don't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm talking to you, directly to you. You don't need money. It's zero down. Your credit is bad, and it's okay. We deal with these type of things every day. Cinco de Mayo, it's all month. It's a sale. We doing it all month. Where you don't need money, it's zero down. You can walk right in and drive right out. The time is now to get a car. It's zero down. DaytonaMitsubishi.com.
Ever wish you could go to a funeral but not know the deceased? Have you been at a memorial service and thought, I wish these songs were more fun? Ever gone to a celebration of life and wondered, why aren't there more jokes? Well, you'll get all of this at Against Her Wishes, a one-woman dark comedy featuring me, Emily Fontano. Come to the celebration of life, funeral, and memorial service for my mother, Janet, who never wanted any of this. Kicking off at the 35th Orlando International Fringe Festival in Lock Haven Park. For tickets and more information, go to againstherwishes.com. That's againstherwishes.com. Brought to you in part by Dobbs Funeral Home. We'll see you there.
At Crush Yard, pickleball is just the beginning. You'll find a full restaurant and bar, arcade games, and plenty of space to hang out with friends. What starts as a few games often turns into food, drinks, and losing track of time. Play a match, grab a bite, catch up, or stay a while. Whether you're competitive, casual, or just along for the fun, there's something here for everyone. Learn more at crushyard.com.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. 800-LifeLock. 1-800-LifeLock or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
Yacht Rock Radio on iHeartRadio drops anchor and goes commercial-free every weekend. Weekends were made for smooth sailing. Yacht Rock Radio's got the soundtrack. Just sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy. The smoothest soft rock from the 70s and 80s. Open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and set sail.
iHeartRadio. Need a new roof or gutters? Visit homebuildersnetwork.com.
Proof that we have a face for radio. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch. Still to come, the common sense financial advice you need. It's Only Money with Scott Brown. Today at 6:20 on the Jim Colbert Show.
So I agree with Deb on the whole pills versus weed thing. You know, you flip your car a couple times on pills, it shows that you have an addiction and you're wholly irresponsible and gives a very kind of bad connotation. Stupid text yet again. But if you flip your car by smoking weed and not paying attention, that too is irresponsible. But you lay low for a few years, flip it around into a business, market that stuff as Tiger Weed.
Tiger Weeds. Wound up, can't sleep, can't do anything right, little honey. Oh, since I set my eyes on you. Good job, dude.
I tell you the truth.
Love it, buddy. Good job.
God, love me some Cult. Jim, I've listened to a couple of albums since you started talking about it.
Awesome, buddy. Appreciate that.
Good stuff.
Thank you, buddy.
See ya.
Appreciate it. Glad I could do somebody some good. I got my ass handed to me during the break on the texting service. By the way, I'm not a boomer, so blank off.
He's solid Gen X,
Yeah,
y'all.
he said, OMG, blanking boomer. I'm like, I'm not a boomer, dude.
Buddy, you secrete boomer vibes.
I do not secrete boomer vibes.
Oh.
Bills is your 5 o'clock keyword, BILLS. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that off for a chance of $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. I think people are mistaking. One person texted in and said the right thing, and it was our buddy Larry. And this is
What
what
did Larry say?
And this is what I was trying to get across. If you found out that Tom Brady smoked weed, would you look at him differently?
No.
You wouldn't.
I think
okay, go ahead.
Actually, I think I'd be a little more impressed.
You would be. It would make you like him more. That's what you're saying. If you found out Tom Brady got high, you are saying that you would think he's cooler.
Well, he doesn't eat strawberries. Come on.
It's not that. It's that he overcame that, because I think it is a detriment to what he would be doing.
Right.
I think weed makes you complacent. It slows you down. It sucks your drive. And if you can overcome that and still have 7 Super Bowl championships and 4 MVPs, and knowing that, it's like he did it with pulling a parachute, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, the best thing that I've seen here that kind of takes my argument down, and by the way, I wasn't trying to convince anybody of anything. It was just a theory, is Michael Phelps.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Phelps obviously got busted smoking weed. It really wasn't a big deal to his career, which was over, by the way, when it happened. Right? His career was done when that happened. Was it not?
I don't know.
I think his career was already over.
Went a while.
Yeah, but I think it was already over when that happened. I think it was in the commercial phase at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. Larry said it perfectly. It's oh God, dog it. Now I'm talking. I can't remember it. Hold on. It's the purity personality issue. The purity personality issue. And what that means is the person themselves considers themselves kind of above it all. And when something takes the purity away from it, what I was trying to say is I think weed takes more of the purity principle away than prescription pills. That's what I was really trying to say. That he has a purity issue where he wants everybody to believe he's a certain guy. And with prescription pills, that doesn't hurt it because everybody gets prescriptions, and weed is not a prescription thing, I don't think, for him. I understand it could be.
Right.
But I don't believe that he's got a card that says, Tiger Woods, you're cool to go to a Truly, even hit it up.
Now I would say Eldrick.
But that would be my thing. I would think that the purity principle of it would kind of be different for pills than marijuana. And you still don't buy it.
Because he doesn't have a purity principle anymore. Who Tiger thinks the world perceives him to be.
Well, that's my point.
No. And my point is that it's the same reading of the room as the commencement speaker this past Friday for UCF, right? You're going in with this one idea of who you're talking to, and you find out, I'm completely off base here. I don't think Tiger has a purity principle anymore. And I think actually if he was caught with weed, it would have been far better for him because this pill thing's been floating over him for a long time.
Right,
Ever since the wreck in California, it's been this thing that's hovered in the air above him. And then this latest accident, and someone also texted something that I believe, that he's more worried about pills showing up on that readout from his blood or his urine that he doesn't have a script
because that's
for.
a felony, is it not?
Well, again, it should be. If any one of us were rolling in our cars and they pulled out a prescription pill from our pockets and there was no bottle there, you're going to jail.
I think that's a felony.
It is. And depending on the number of pills, you could also be held for trafficking if you don't have that prescription pill bottle. And if he didn't have a problem, why didn't he have the pill bottle in his pocket? There's no reason.
I think that theory is actually the one that holds more water than anything. My whole thing was like, I still think, and by the way, the purity principle isn't an outside in thing. It's an inside out thing.
Which
I think he
again,
thinks he has the purity. I don't think he thinks that he's affected by this.
Absolutely.
I think he thinks that this just glances off him, and because he's won so many golf tournaments and he's Tiger Woods, that everybody will still consider him that guy. And I still think that that's. I mean,
and
even with those
gone.
even with those horrible mugshots, dude has got a collection of some of the dirtiest mugshots of all time.
Because the people around him are all giving him that adulation and love. Even the fans. It's like, You could talk. I mean, if he was in here right now, you'd be pretty gaga, right?
No, I mean, I maybe a couple years ago. I don't really look at it like that, buddy. I promise I don't.
Yeah.
I promise I do not. I don't. I got to tell you, I don't. I'm telling you, sir. There are a couple golfers that were in here. I would kind of gog out a little bit. He's not one of them.
So
I know that sounds so crazy, but I promise you it's true.
So, but also with the prescription pill bottle, that's a pain sometimes. I just went on a cruise. You take a bunch of medicines and you, like, if for someone like my mom, at the end of her life, I mean, there were like 8 pills a day. We had the daily switch thing and you put them all in there. But the more you take to have a bottle for each one, and sometimes you go on a short trip or you're just going out, you just want to take the pill you need,
which is great.
Not the whole bottle.
Which is fine if they're for blood pressure or if they're for cholesterol, but I would not do that. Not even if you just
pills or Xanax or anything like that.
Not even once. Not even if you just had dental surgery and you just don't want to bring the pill bottle with you to work. You just want to put that one pill in your pocket that you're going to take for your next dose at lunch. I wouldn't risk it. I just would not risk it. As long as it's not a controlled substance, take them out and put them in those individual pill things where there won't be the same kind of questions. Anything controlled, I wouldn't take that kind of a chance because they don't roll anymore. They do not roll, especially in this state. You have to give over your driver's license just to be able to get, Sudafed?
Man, check it out. Possessing prescription pills outside of their original pharmacy container is generally illegal in Florida and can lead to serious criminal charges, treated typically as a 3rd-degree felony. Even if the medication is legitimately prescribed to you, carrying it without proper labeling can result in arrest with penalties up to 5 years in prison and $5,000 in fines.
And it's a felony for each pill is what people are texting us in. So one pill is a controlled substance felony.
Yeah, it says 3rd-degree felony is the most common. Possession of a controlled substance such as Xanax, Oxy, or Adderall without a valid prescription bottle is a 3rd-degree felony. Yeah, I think you're 100% right. And by the way, mine was not saying whether it was right or wrong. That wasn't the point I was trying to make. And I could be way off. I mean, it was just an opinion. But my whole point is I thought there's a certain part of the generation that would look at that differently than prescription pills because it's still considered illicit. You got to remember, it just got changed. It just got reclassified from the federal government, 3 weeks ago?
But your example, you were talking about the kids or country club kids or kids that would look up to Tiger. I think maybe more so it would be the older people who still have a marijuana stigma.
Which I do not, by the way.
Right.
I don't want people to think because I got called a boomer and it drove me crazy. Like, I am not that guy. I don't have any problem with smoking weed or people who smoke weed. Let's just say I understand.
I just thought of our next shirt, Boomer Vibes.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's Jim's shirt.
Yeah,
there.
Please make them so I can burn them for you. Please do that. Spend your own money if you don't mind.
But I think it's an older crowd might hold on to that stigma of marijuana. I think younger generations, they just accept it as this is common now. Come on, how many blocks do you have to drive before you run into a dispensary?
Oh, I mean
they're everywhere.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
We've had a lot more people texting and saying they'd rather know that their teen is smoking weed
than taking pills. That's understood.
Than taking pills, or even the other things like the cough syrup thing. Yeah. That's a really big issue. There's a lot of kids drinking alcohol, but in a lot of cases, like you think drinking the cough syrup is safer because it doesn't have as much alcohol, but you don't realize how much you're overloading your system with acetaminophen
and codeine. I mean, that's why they're doing it because of codeine. I mean, that's what the scissor is. It's just liquid codeine.
Yeah, but it also comes with a whole lot of acetaminophen that those kids don't realize that they're doing. So because this generation is into the designer drugs, the chemical ones and not the natural ones necessarily, I see Tiger's bigger issue being I don't have a prescription for that pill you found in my pocket.
I think you're right there. And I think I just made a terrible argument when I put it up front of how it was because everybody framed it like I was saying weed was worse than pills. I was not even coming close to trying to say that.
No.
My whole idea was exactly what Larry said was the purity personality issue where you think that you're so important that even beyond getting divorced from your wife and banging Perkins waitresses behind a dumpster and
while she's giving birth,
not giving birth, all this other stuff was worse I still thought there was a certain part of the community would stigmatize marijuana use above and beyond all of that because of its illicit beginnings in the U.S. That's what I thought. I guess maybe I just didn't explain it well enough.
And I think you are right on something like that. I think, like Jack said, that would be more our generation. Because if you remember talking about when you grew up in high school, you avoided the burners because you were an athlete.
Yeah.
And the burners were the kids who, had the back of the school smoking pot. You avoided kids like that when we were growing up.
Burnouts and potheads.
Exactly. They don't look at them that way anymore.
Now they borrow their lighter from a teacher.
Exactly. And the teacher's hitting the vape pen in class.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Hey, teacher, if you don't mind, can I hold your lighter?
Is that a hybrid? Is that a sativa?
What are we looking at here? I got to rip this bowl before lunch.
Exactly. Oh, no, don't give me indica.
I got some OG diesel in here and I need to get rid of.
Is that,
I got some yellowtail I need to get rid of.
Some sunshine cannabis.
I heard. I got 4 grams of roll one. Let's get it. I'm going out by the ag department. Meet me there in 5. Finding out a teacher smoked when I was in school was a big deal.
When that door to that lounge would open and you would see your you'd be like, no.
It was like that Men in Black room where all those aliens were making coffee. That's exactly what it's like. You open that door and it's like a gateway to heaven. You're like, what's going on? Is that an alien making a cup of coffee? You see Mr. Atkins in there just absolutely hot boxing a Marble Light. Oh yeah, just ripping it. Half the English teachers have Virginia Slims so long they're knocking people's glasses off. That was the greatest. That's when you knew people were people. Like I used to look at teachers.
Saints.
I held my teachers in a very high regard.
Yeah, almost up there along with your parents.
I'm telling you, dude. Sometimes even more so. Like I held teachers to a really high regard, and I will never, ever, ever, ever forget when I remember walking by that teacher's lounge, and I looked in there, and there was I don't want to say his name, but there's Mr. P in there, and he's just absolutely getting down on it like he's a small engine mechanic, just ripping it. And I was like, this guy has smoked a cigarette before. Mr. P, how dare you?
And he only had, 5 minutes?
Oh, yeah, exactly. 5 minutes. He's in there just eating it. God, all of them had their thermoses out. And
I'm sure they all had coffee.
Oh, yeah. It looked like China. There was this weird cloud floating about a foot below the ceiling. Toxic, yellowish gray smoke.
Oh, so much anger.
Those were the days.
So much bitterness.
That's back in the day when a teacher would punch you for saying something wrong.
Oh.
We had a teacher named Mr. Vance, and Mr. Vance was like an old biker dude. But back then he wasn't like old. He was just a biker, and he wore cowboy boots every single day. He's probably 6'3", maybe like 200 pounds, kind of snooey,
Right.
And I remember this dude squared up on a guy that was in just 8th grade. But he was big. This dude was like maybe 6 feet tall, maybe 160 pounds. And he squared up on him, and Mr. Vance set his chalk down, and he said, son, I don't play by those rules. He goes, I'll lose this job tomorrow. You're not doing that to me. And I was like, oh Mr. Vance is on the list. Let's leave Mr. Vance alone because this guy is about to straight throat punch this 14-year-old and does not care about losing his job about it.
Not at all.
Note to self, leave Vance alone.
There you go.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Bills. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Load them up. Trivia's next.
Robots don't spiral at 3 a.m. staring into the void. But we do. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Lakers star LeBron James says he's not sure if last night's playoff loss to the Thunder was the last game he's played in the NBA. Over to baseball, where the Rays will try to stay hot tonight. They'll face Toronto again. Shane McClanahan will take the ball for Tampa Bay, who's won 9 of their last 10 games. And Orlando City SC, they're gearing up for midweek action. Lions will return to the pitch tomorrow night. They'll host Philadelphia. I'm Scott Davidson.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for Mills Air. Since 1992, Mills Air has been Central Florida's trusted name for total home comfort. Founded by Leon Mills, their mission is simple: provide the best quality service and equipment with a family-first culture. And whether you need a routine tune-up, energy survey, or a complete system upgrade, their team can help you every day of the week. Right now, upgrade to a high-efficiency Carrier system and receive a rebate of up to $1,250. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. Snacks that sing. Drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
C-Lane here, and guys, let's have a chat for a second. If you are starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction or PE show up in the bedroom, you know that's not something that fixes itself. It might be time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. A lot of guys are calling. They're very helpful, and they want you to avoid surgery. They told me that's one of their big goals. They have painless procedures, and surgery is painful, it's invasive, and it's expensive. And they don't want you to have to go through that. They want you to go through their painless procedure, and 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. So if you're still relying on pills, if you're having to up your dose, it's time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. They're getting guys back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. It's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call the incredibly helpful, the incredibly knowledgeable folks at Premier Men's Medical Center and find them online at premiermensmedical.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
We paint everything, and they do paint everything, inside your home, outside your home. So listen, I just had We Paint Everything paint my house. They did it over this last weekend. 3 days total. Day one, it was at Soft Wash. They cleaned the whole outside of the house, and that looked fantastic. I'm like, wait, do I need to paint? No, I did need to paint, but here's the deal. I didn't need to do it myself. I've done it before. Didn't want to deal with that. I hired professionals, and that's Raphael and his crew at We Paint Everything, and what a great decision. They did it. A fantastic job from start to finish, the cleanup, and it looks absolutely beautiful. But it's not just exterior painting, interior as well, wall and ceiling, any finish, any room, trim and detail work, baseboards, crown molding, doors, frames, you name it, they can paint it. It's the easiest way to refresh your home for summer. Think about it. And one of the coolest thing is, and one of the things I was really psyched about, is they repair before they paint on the exterior. They replaced wood rot. They sealed everything up. So I know my home is good to go for years to come. Family-owned company that will treat you like family. Over 75 years of painting experience. Based locally in Winter Park. Call them today for a free in-home consultation at 407-657-2000. Online, WePaintEverything.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Sell your home fast and for the most money with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
It's the perfect day. You're just driving along, listening to your favorite music, the windows down. There's a cool breeze. Life is good. But wait, hold on a second. You're not wearing a seatbelt? You'd better put that on before that... Oh, too late. Cops everywhere are stepping up enforcement, so you'd better buckle up or you will get caught. Sorry to ruin your day. Click it or ticket.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
What's more exciting than a brand new iPhone with a dozen cameras? How about Real Radio on your iPhone? Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey guys, I don't normally chime in, but that was kind of a wild take. You think that smoking weed has a worse reputation than
Get 'em.
like taking pills when there's been multiple celebrities, rappers,
How can you not understand
you
what I'm
know,
saying?
multiple people that have all died on pills, like Michael Jackson and Like, there's so many people, and you think that smoking weed is a worse reputation. What about Seth Rogen or any of those other people? I don't know. That's
Everybody
a weird
already
take,
knows
man.
him as that.
Have a good show, guys.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Well, he's saying reputation.
God, dog, I don't understand how I cannot get that across. I don't understand how people don't understand what I'm trying to say. I don't get it. But, man, I'm getting chewed up and spit out, and the people are saying the same thing, like I'm comparing the two. I am not. That's not what I'm saying. I said the purity principle comes into play. This guy said, it's kind of a weird, terrible reference because it's David Cassidy. But this guy said, what was the quote? He said he grew up knowing David Cassidy?
That he had worked with David Cassidy. And David Cassidy, I knew David Cassidy, and he would rather people think he had dementia than that he forgot the lyrics because he was drunk. He just thought people thought of him a certain way, and he wanted that to stay.
And
Crazy.
That's kind of my point. I have no problem with people who use marijuana or smoke marijuana. I don't think it's uncool. I have no issue with it whatsoever. None. At all. I do not look at you differently because, the whole point is there are people that live with this principle that believe that they are above it all, and I believe that something like that would, to them, make them look bad to people looking in.
Okay, Boomer. One more talk back.
I don't think old people care about weed at all. When I go to the dispensary,
they're all
that's
old.
pretty much all that's there is the older crowd.
Yeah.
And even a few working there as well.
But they always look embarrassed. So I've heard.
407, I'll redirect. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. You do have a few minutes for your keyword bills. That's BILLS. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. And he has the Jackie sack. What's in there, buddy?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Clickety clack, clickety clack.
All right, we have a pair of tickets to see Jim Brewer at the Plaza Live on May 23rd. You want tickets to go see the comedian Jim Brewer, formerly of Saturday Night Live. You can go to plazaliveorlando.org. Or maybe music is more your thing.
Nice.
I've got tickets to the Psychedelic Furs at the Hard Rock Live Orlando on September 5th. HardRockLive.com to secure your tickets as well. Those are the prizes in the Jackie Sack.
So back to you. A clickety clack.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Maybe I wonder if you could apply that principle to your mom and dad, and so I can make people kind of understand it a little bit more. If your mom and dad drank all the time and you knew they were drunks, but then you found out they smoked weed, would you look at them differently? Now, you got to remember, to them, to you, trying to maintain respect as a parent, would it destroy your idea of them if you found that out, if they didn't want you to know? That's kind of my point, right? Like, what if it was Coke? I don't know that the drug matters. The point is you're trying to maintain a reputation to people that you really don't uphold. The whole idea is you're trying to maintain respect from people that you want to respect you. And you think that particular action will take that respect from you.
I think the parent analogy might crystallize the idea a little better because you'd rather them not think you're doing something illegal.
Yes.
Where you can always say, hey, drinking's fine,
right,
even though you drink way more than you should.
Right. I mean, and I would ask everybody out there that's listening to this, like, you know, if you knew when you were a kid that your mom or dad, if you found out they smoked weed, how did you feel at that moment? Did you think they were cooler because of that? Or did you go, oh, my mom and dad get high? Not saying it's even a bad thing. That's not even the point, whether it's good or bad. I'm simply asking, how would you feel when you found that out at 8 or 9 years old or 12 or 13 years old? It would change the way you looked at your mom and dad, right? That's kind of the whole idea behind the process. That's exactly what my thought process was.
Back to trivia.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go 2.
2 it is. Rip. How you doing, Rip?
I'm doing good.
Glad to hear that, buddy. Want to play a little game with us?
Let's do it.
Let's do it indeed. Well, you sound like a Rip. That's great. I went to high school with a guy named Rip.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. His dad was a trooper. I love him. He was a great guy. All right, Rip, this is a real easy game. I got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true.
What?
But if you find it, buddy, I'll send you over to see Jack, and he's got some nice stuff. You can pick out something nice for yourself. Are you ready, Rip?
Let's do it.
Here we go, buddy. On this day in 1959, American film and stage actor, known for his imposing stature and booming voice, he is not a fan of the GIMP.
Oh, Ving
Bruce
Rhames.
Willis.
Yeah, there you go. He makes every mission possible. Ving Rhames is the answer. He is born on this day. Here are 3 fun facts about Ving and 1 lie with a blowtorch and some pliers.
Oh, I'm going to go medieval on him.
All right, buddy, here we go, Rip. We're talking about Ving Rhames, the actor from Pulp Fiction that you know. Tell me which one of these is not true. Number 1, he was given his nickname Ving by roommate and fellow Hollywood star Stanley Tucci. Number 2, his full name is Irving Jonathan Ramses Rhames. Number 3, although on film he seems like a giant, he's actually only 5'11" and weighs about 200 pounds. Or lastly, he's a graduate of the Juilliard School of Drama. Which of those is a lie?
Number 1.
No, that's absolutely true. He was given the nickname Ving by his roommate and fellow Hollywood star Stanley Tucci.
Wow.
Yeah, they were roommates as they were in the Hollywood scene when they were young. And they maintain friends to this day.
That is crazy.
All right, 1, 2, 4, or 5.
Let's
or
go
1, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go 5.
5, that's good. That's Joshua. Joshua, how you doing?
That's me. Hey.
Hey, buddy, we're talking about actor Ving Rhames here. Which one of these is not true? His full name is Irving Jonathan Ramses Rhames. Number 2, although on film he seems like a giant, he's actually only 5'11" and weighs about 200 pounds. Or lastly, he's a graduate of the Juilliard School of Drama.
I'm going to say number 2.
No, that's absolutely.
He's 5'11".
He's absolutely true. He's only about 5'11". Some people give him credit for being 6 feet tall, but just at 200 pounds. Really not that big of a guy.
He looks so much bigger.
But the way they shoot him and his voice makes him seem gigantic. I thought he was like 6'5".
Easily.
I thought he was like Michael Duncan Clark, like gigantic. And he was offered that role, by the way.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah, Green Mile. Excuse me. 1, 3, or 4.
Let's go 1.
1 sounds good. That's Jay. Jay, how you doing?
Doing all right. How about y'all?
Good, buddy. We're talking about Ving Rhames here. You got a 50-50 shot at kicking it over to the old Jackie Sack. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, his full name is Irving Jonathan Ramses Rhames. Or he's a graduate of the Juilliard School of Drama.
I'll go the first one.
That's the one, buddy. You're a winner! Yeah, just take out the Jonathan, and that's his actual name. Irving Ramses Rhames is his name. He is a graduate of the Juilliard School of Drama, which is very impressive.
Very much so, as well as the name Ramses.
Yeah.
Not too many people named after,
That's a condom company, is it not?
That
Ramses?
too?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I think Ramses is
Yes.
like a premium condom company.
And he was
yes.
an Egyptian
God.
Yeah. A couple other things. He was named after an NBC journalist named Irving R. Levine.
Really?
Yeah, Irving Ving. And then lastly here, he's the only actor except Tom Cruise to appear in every Mission Impossible film.
I did not know that.
Yeah, known as a good guy. As a great guy, actually. And I think he's the same guy at one point. This may have been Michael Duncan Clark. I can't remember. But at one point, one of those guys, because I remember doing trivia on both of them, one of them, if you walked up to him and knew his name in the street, he would give you $10. Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah, I think it's Michael Clark Duncan.
I think
though.
so.
Yeah, because everybody knew who he was, but did not know his name.
Right.
So when they would come up
him Ving Rhames.
Yeah, when they came up and said his name, or they came up to ask for an autograph, he goes, "If you know my name, I'll give you $10." And I thought it was Ving, but it's not. All right, for us. By the way, giant Christian, like carries a Bible everywhere he goes. On set, that's his thing. Like if you want to find him, apparently in his room reading his Bible, big part of his life.
That's cool.
Yeah, I agree as well. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Take a little break. Back in a sec with a new keyword for you right after this.
It's back. The 2026 Orlando International Fringe Theater Festival, happening now through May 25th in Lock Haven Park. Tickets and buttons available now at orlandofringe.org.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Stop and go traffic on I-4 westbound between the Beach Line and Central Florida Parkway. A crash reported Lake Underhill Road westbound at 434. Also a crash blocking the right lane, Florida's Turnpike northbound after 561. And block accident also blocking the shoulder I-4 eastbound before Universal. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals, contractors and homeowners. Installing a metal roof? Don't leave money on the table. Register your Tri-County Metals factory direct rebate for up to $500 back at TriCountyMetals.com.
Everyone likes the power to choose, right? And right now, that's exactly what Renewal by Andersen is giving Central Florida homeowners. For a limited time, pick the offer that works best for you. Take 20% off your entire window and door replacement project or enjoy 24 months of special financing. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 full years. You know that living in Central Florida means dealing with intense sun, high humidity, and of course, storm season. Well, Renewal by Andersen's energy efficient Acclaim Impact windows and doors are designed for Florida homes, helping keep your home cooler, cut drafts, and if you live on the coast, they're built for the toughest conditions. That means more comfort, better performance, and peace of mind year-round. Schedule a free in-home design consultation where their experts will guide you through the full replacement process from design to install. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com and choose your savings today, or stop by their showroom off of Lee Road in Winter Park. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. Snacks that sing. Drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
Man, everybody knows out there, there's no question that when you have plumbing issues in your home, the entire place stops running. That means no flushing toilets, no showers, no sinks to brush your teeth. And that, my friends, is why it's always smart to have a reputable plumbing company on call. And for me, it's easy. That's Modern Plumbing Industries. I can't even begin to tell you how incredible this service has been, how insane these guys are when it comes to taking care of you as a customer. I told this story today in a business meeting. These guys custom made 2 or 3 parts for me so that I could keep the sinks that I love that were original to my house. Man, nobody would do that in a million years. They've been doing this since 1975, and they are employee owned. And guys, they do it all. Every plumbing issue, gas issues, water heaters, and so much more. And remember, when you book your appointment, mention the Jim Colbert Show, get that $50 discount. But they also have some other deals as well. $200 off any water heater installation. You buy 2 toilets, get the 3rd for free, and a free hot water heater flush with any service call. That's right. Get a hold of them online at Modern Plumbing PI or call them at 407-327-6000.
Subject to credit approval and down payment.
The time is now. It's time to get a car. It's a great time to do it. It's zero down to get one. Your credit don't matter. Your past don't matter. Your score don't matter. The time is now to get a car. It's zero down. You can get a car. Your credit don't matter. Your past don't matter. That repo don't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm talking to you, directly to you. You don't need money. It's zero down. Your credit is bad, and it's okay. We deal with these type of things every day. Cinco de Mayo, it's all month. It's a sale. We doing it all month. Where you don't need money. It's zero down. You can walk right in and drive right out. The time is now to get a car. It's zero down. DaytonaMitsubishi.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
With thatmortgageguydon.com.
To everyone who thinks bold burgers are worth celebrating, let our team member Isabe tell you about the Colby Jack Pub Burger at Culver's.
This pub burger is packed with flavor. I mean, I could talk about it all day, but honestly, it might be better to hear it from the people who love it the most. This is what some of our guests had to say.
This is the best burger I've ever had.
Lots of flavors going on in there.
That sauce, so good.
We love to hear it, and that's exactly why it's officially back right now for a limited time. Complete with everyone's favorite combination of fresh, never frozen beef, Wisconsin Colby Jack cheese, crispy onions, and zesty A1 pepper mayo. Put it all together, and you've got a burger people can't stop talking about, me included. It's the perfect burger to turn an ordinary day into something special. And we love making it fresh for you just as much as you love eating it. Come on in and let us make a Colby Jack Pub Burger for you at Culver's.
From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious.
That red talkback mic on the free iHeart app, it's more powerful than it looks. One tap can get you in the conversation.
You guys, are you serious?
Enter to win something amazing.
That $1,000.
Or just a request.
What up?
Try it now. Just open the free iHeart Radio app.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com, 800-LifeLock, 1-800-LifeLock, or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenickleegroup.com.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey, these kids don't understand. Back in the 70s, we had Vietnam vets who were teachers. We had an incident at our school where the teacher, Mr. Fox, told the kid, "Son, I'm 6 years removed from being a tunnel rat. Do you want to hango?" Kid went home and told his dad. Dad came to school, talked to my dad, who's the counselor, and they went and met with Mr. Fox. Turns out, these two guys were in the same battalion. My dad said the look on that kid's face was priceless.
Guys, my parents ran a strip club, and I found out way into my 20s that both my parents were a bunch of weed heads and did a bunch of other stuff. Did it make me look at them different from the strip club? A little. But now I go, well, you can't judge me now, so deal with it.
Yeah, yes. Good job, dude. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I mean, you had me at strip club. I was in. So, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi there.
And your 6 o'clock keyword is GRAND, G-R-A-N-D. Slide over to realradio.fm and send it off for your chance at $1,000. GRAND is the word, guys. Go get that money. Is next week the last week?
Yes.
Okay. We need some winners.
Yeah, we do. We only had 3.
Somebody cut the water off. Yeah, grand is the word, guys. Go get that money for sure. So let me ask you guys a question. What do you think you average a night in sleep?
Maybe 6 hours?
7.
Well, yeah, but
I would say 7.
Everybody has a pattern. What time you usually go to bed? Like 11, 12? Maybe later?
No, sooner. I would say earlier.
You go to bed earlier than 11 o'clock?
Yeah, I would say between 10:41.
And people get the balls to call me a boomer?
And why? Because I get up early and I work.
Yeah.
And I sleep 7 hours.
7 hours?
I noticed the 10:41.
Yeah, I do. I wait for it.
You? You stay up a little bit later, sleep a little later?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, it takes, 3 hours just to come down after you get home from work? And that's 11.
Yeah, about an hour and a half, 2 hours for me to decompress a little bit.
Between 11 and 1 is when I'll go to sleep.
I think that's about the same for me. Sometimes if I'm tired, I'll go to bed a little bit earlier than that, 11 to 1, and I usually get up around 6 or so. I've actually gotten past that that getting up super early thing, which was a godsend. Everything changed when the time changed. I don't know what it was. My body just readjusted. So I'm able to sleep to like 6:30 or sometimes even 7 now, which is a godsend. But I think I probably get about 7 hours, 6-7 hours a night. What country do you think gets the least amount of sleep in the world?
Where's it light more often?
Well, I think Alaska just had their last sunset for a while.
The people in this country average about 6.25 hours of sleep tonight, compared with about a little over 7 hours for the U.S.
Russia.
If you think about this, you'll nail it.
I will say,
if you break it down and think about it, you'll nail it.
Vatican City.
That's funny. Japan.
Oh.
Yeah, because they're long work hours, right?
Right.
Their sleep thing is like they work, sleep, work, sleep. The U.S. gets about 7 hours of sleep. New Zealand, I think, leads with or is one of the leaders at 7.25 hours a night.
Nice.
And and it's kind of interesting because it really kind of breaks down how culture affects how much you sleep. I mean, I never even considered that in a million years. I mean, in Japan, it made perfect sense. When I read it was Japan, I was like, oh, it's a culture thing for sure, because those guys are working their asses off and then they're not sleeping very much. And we've heard about that. Like, that's kind of leading a little bit of that loneliness issue.
Oh, yeah.
And we talked about this last week as well. Like, that's why Japan has like rent a grandma, rent a dog,
Rent a family,
whatever the case may be. They don't have time for their own. They're just working 10, 12, 14 hours a day. But it comes up with another thing I think is kind of interesting as well. It says, while sleep is a biological process, it is highly influenced by culture and environment. And this is why we see clearly in countries that have shorter nightly average sleep. It says in India, for an example, it's very common for family meals to go late into the evening. Like starting your meal at like 9 o'clock and have it lasting 2 or 3 or 4 hours is not that uncommon in India. So that means if you're part of that family, you're not going to bed until late. So maybe you're sleeping less late. Why do you think that people in the UAE don't sleep as much?
Call to prayer?
No, that's a great guess though. I found this also fascinating. I love hitting Jack with this stuff because Jack likes to think about stuff like this. It's interesting.
Yeah, so you're talking Middle East, United Arab Emirates.
Yes. Oh, already warm.
United? No. Arab? No. Emirates. Oh.
How about this?
Is it the heat?
It's so hot during the day that they do their exercise and all the stuff they want to do to enjoy life at night when they can actually tolerate it. So they're going to bed really late because they're exercising at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night. They're doing all those things, those activities that they can't do during the day because it's 112 and your shoes are melting to the roads.
Right.
So they're using that time to do that. So they sleep weird and odd hours and less. It also said this date. What? Go ahead.
No, you said already. You said that's warm.
Yeah. Give you a little clue there. It says this came from a sample of 5,000 people, and they wore this thing called the Aura Ring. Have you heard of that before?
Oh, yeah. You see commercials for it around the holidays.
Yeah. And they said that that's exactly what they used to get this data on sleep habits from different countries around the world. And I just kind of found it amazing. It says the research indicates that countries with shorter sleep durations don't necessarily have worse health outcomes. As a matter of fact, let's look at Japan. Has a longer average life expectancy than any other country in the world, and they sleep less.
I think that's because of what they eat and what they don't eat.
And then what they exercise, because they're walking everywhere.
Right.
There's no, you're not like us, and we get in your car to drive like 3 blocks, they walk. And their diet is incredibly good. So that's one of those things. It says chronic sleep deprivation can lead to increased risk of dementia, obesity, heart disease, type 2. And by the way, it's weird, dude. All we hear from doctors now. Matter of fact, didn't we just hear this the other day? When you're going through like your social media, you'll get these videos, and this one doctor said, and they throw things up. It says, here, doctor, tell me which is worse for you or whatever. And they'll say this or this, and the doctor will go this, and they'll say the reason why. The last question on that was, what's worse, smoking or not getting enough sleep? And my man said not getting enough sleep.
Really?
No, vaping or not getting enough sleep. He said not getting enough sleep is way worse than all that stuff.
Well, that's when the body recovers and repairs itself. So when you're not sleeping, all that damage you're doing during the day, which is part of the reason why they say don't eat a big meal before you go to bed, because then your body spends those next few hours on digestion instead of, recovery and repair of the other parts of your body.
Yeah, they're saying that different populations have different chronotypes. And it says the challenge, or they call them night owl nations. It says that they face a modern society, work, school, family, that often demand early rising, meaning sleep gets squeezed. And I think, I don't know if we're not a night owl nation. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
I think between our screens, doom scrolling before you go to sleep, the blue light from the TV or the computer that's on your lap as you're quote unquote trying to fall asleep.
Man, we're done with that, by the way. We've ended that the minute that we're both ready to go to sleep, we just turn the TV off. We don't I used to keep it going so I could hear the forensic file guy voice.
Right.
But I don't even do that anymore. And it's that blue light. It's so crazy how intrusive that is when you're trying to get a good night's sleep. And so now when my wife and I decide we're both going to roll over, because sometimes she'll watch TV, she doesn't do that anymore. She'll just go through her phone a little bit and get drowsy and then go to sleep there. But then the TV is just like it's sitting in front of your face.
Yeah.
And we don't have like a big TV in our room, just a little one, All right, 407-916-1041. Excuse me. You can always text us at 77031. I found that interesting. It's just kind of wild how culture does affect the way you sleep and stuff. I bet it's from state to state here based on the industry that you're working around.
Well, what's interesting about culture is that it's to me, the fascinating part of the story is how much of the environment will affect how you live your life. Again, to hear in the UAE that they're exercising at 10 o'clock at night because it's too hot during the day.
Right.
I mean,
you can get a little of that in Florida. I'm telling you straight up.
Without a doubt.
When it gets to be, August, July, early September and stuff.
Don't you mean June?
You could certainly make an argument that you'd be like, I'm not doing anything during the day. I'll do all this stuff at night.
Whacking the dog.
All that.
That was walking the dog?
Yeah.
Thank you. Don't repeat it.
I love to abuse my animal at night.
Right, exactly.
I whack
when
him
it's
crazy.
cooler.
I whack him when it's crazy. I don't want to sweat while I'm beating my dog. Jack, do you change your schedule in the summer or anything like that when you do your activities? Or are you just going to do them early in the morning?
Not really.
You don't?
No.
Man, I do.
Yeah.
Everything we do, we try to do as early in the morning as possible. We want to be out of the heat by like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning.
So, if it's yard work, but anything discretionary like I'm doing for fun, I'm just going to do it. Or even if it's riding my bike, it's, I'm okay with that. But if it's yard work, I will try to avoid those peak heat hours.
It's so weird. Somebody just texted us at 77031. I played softball tournaments with games at 3 a.m. in Dubai as an expat working in Saudi.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because I guess the heat, right?
Yeah, my daughter was over there in Riyadh for a year, and she never really mentioned that, but that was like during COVID, so she was indoors almost all the time anyway.
Oh, okay.
But, she would say that when you went outside, it was just oppressive. Like when she walked from her where she stayed over to where is it the PX that they call it or whatever?
Yeah.
Is it the PX? Where all the entertainment and food and stuff was. She goes, even that like short walk from there to there was, you just couldn't believe it. Like, you just could not believe it. Like your hairdryer was like an AC unit. No, I'm just joking.
When she was in Riyadh, did she say, man, this place really needs a comedy festival?
Yeah, I don't think she said that. But man, some of those dudes, that roast got torn apart for that.
Yeah, I thought that, and that was, I think, a legit one, because I think Ryan Holmes on the Monsters, he made a good comment. It's like these roasts, a lot of it is, it gets repetitive, racist stuff, or a lot too alluding you being gay or something. A lot of those old tropes. But I think that was a legit one because it was
the Chelsea Handler one, right?
Yeah.
But it was also it came up like Sherry. What's her name? She had it too. A bunch of people kind of touched on that as a comeback. A lot for Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, he took a lot.
He was taking a lot, but then he also did well. But you could tell.
That Pete Davidson joke on him was brutal.
It was probably the most brutal one of the night. I'd say it definitely was the most brutal one of the night. But also, they seemed a little more barbed when they were going at him. Like, you could...
There's a group of them, like the podcast boys, right?
Yeah.
Those are the ones that Handler was going after, because she looked at them all and said, I'm expecting all of you guys to pick up a gun and go fight in Iran. Are you a bunch of P words? And the only time you go to Saudi Arabia is for comedy festivals.
Right.
Or go to the Middle East is for comedy festivals. Yeah. That was what started it off. And then she and Shane Gillis were going at it like crazy. Like that. I mean, that's what got all the attention. The Pete Davidson joke.
Yeah.
The Cat Williams thing, because apparently Cat Williams and Kevin Hart aren't friends, or I don't know if that's a bit or not.
It seemed legit. It seemed to have legs. The fact that he came out and then they kind of made up.
Yeah, and then the story about the after party was equally as weird because he was.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, he
about
went
that.
to the after party and apparently it was thick. Like it wasn't like. Kevin Hart wanted to kind of throw it all under the bus and be done with it, but I guess they finally did. But I didn't know they had beef.
Yeah,
I guess short guy beef, is that what it is? The short guys get mad at each other for being like more famous if you're short or something.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But she came out there, Shane Gillis and and Tony
Hinchcliffe.
Hinchcliffe, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Gillis said that Handler had been scraped more than the grill at Benihana.
Oh my God almighty.
I mean, he went hard.
Yeah, because she was talking about like dead kids or something, and she hung out with Epstein, and my God almighty.
It was personal, dude.
It almost wasn't even funny. Or like, they're just saying bad stuff now. It's like it's not even formed in a joke. They're just uncovering everybody's worst secrets, and they're not even like comedic. I've kind of lost my verve for the roast thing. I don't know why.
Some funny moments, but overall, it was just like
okay,
mean.
yeah. That's the thing. Is like I think after the Tom Brady one, I was just like, this isn't fun. Like this guy's got to live with this. His kids are there, for crying out loud. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Who wants any of that stuff said about you in front of your kids?
That Pete Davidson did okay. It's like because I was never really a huge Pete Davidson fan. I think I appreciate him more now.
Yeah.
He seems to be settling down now. Well, he's got a kid.
Tattoos removed, all that stuff, Interesting. All right, 407-916-1041. 6 o'clock keyword is grand. That's GRAND. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with It's Only Money with our buddy Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
A man was detained by sheriff's officials and cited after he jumped into an elephant exhibit at the Milwaukee County Zoo, they said.
Do you think the elephants looked at each other and they're like, so are we going to talk about the person in the room?
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
Crews still trying to clean up an accident in these rainy conditions, blocking the shoulder I-4 eastbound at Lee Road. Traffic now stop and go, from before Parr Street. Crash blocking the left lane, I-4 eastbound at State Route 44. And bumper to bumper on I-4 westbound between the Beach Line and Central Florida Parkway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hear that? That's the sound of another savvy driver rolling into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. No hassle with appointments or dealer wait times. That's one smart bell.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for Life Imaging FLA. Man, it's been about 3 years since these guys launched, and man, have they made an impact in this market. They've seen over 28,000 people. They've saved between 400 and 500 lives with early detection, and those are no joke numbers, guys. I'll never forget the story of the couple in their 60s, got a gym membership, and before they started working out, they wanted to make sure that their hearts were ready to go. Went to Life Imaging FLA, got the free heart scan, just a few minimum requirements, $699 value. After the scan, woman found out she's fine. Guy's in trouble 4 days later, in for open heart surgery that saves his life. Those are the stories we hear often with Life Imaging FLA. So get over and get your free heart scan. There are no dyes. There are no injections. You keep your clothes on. The entire process only takes a few minutes. Here's what you got to do. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. That's pound 250. Say that keyword free heart scan. These guys will connect you in a second. Make that appointment today and start taking control of your long-term health care.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for financing too, with rates as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And a helpful finance team working to get you approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
With approved credit. Offer expires 6/5/26.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Subject to credit approval and down payment.
The time is now. It's time to get a car. It's a great time to do it. It's zero down to get one. Your credit don't matter. Your past don't matter. Your score don't matter. The time is now to get a car. It's zero down. You can get a car. Your credit don't matter. Your past don't matter. That repo don't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm talking to you, directly to you. You don't need money. It's zero down. Your credit is bad, and it's okay. We deal with these type of things every day. Cinco de Mayo, it's all month. It's a sale. We doing it all month. Where you don't need money, it's zero down. You can walk right in and drive right out. The time is now to get a car. It's zero down. DaytonaMitsubishi.com.
Here's a question. How many brokers does it take to insure your business? If you're like most business owners, the answer is way too many. Multiple policies, multiple applications, and no clear view of how it all fits together. And when questions come up, it's not easy to get the clarity you need. Supersure changes that. One broker for all your business insurance, backed by the team that works for you year-round, not just for renewal. And if you've ever stared at a policy just wondering what it actually covers, Supersure has a fine print fax tool that translates the legal jargon into plain English so you can understand it. And now you know what's covered and what's not. Right now, you can go to supersure.com and get a full report on your current policies with no obligation. Find out if you're overinsured, underinsured, or somewhere in between. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supershore Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
My AC stopped working.
You again.
I need my AC fixed.
You're quite the pest.
I should have called Frank Gay.
But should have called Frank Gay.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need your air fixed, don't call the wrong place. Frank Gay has helpful operators and techs that will have your AC fixed in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com, 800-LifeLock, 1-800-LifeLock, or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
Hello, I'm Robert Smigel. I did lots of things. Cartoons on SNL, Conan stuff, Triumph the Insult Comic Dog, some movies. But now I'm past my peak. So I'm hosting a podcast, Humor Me with Robert Smigel and Friends. Each week, me and my favorite comedians, writers, and whatnots help regular people just like you, presuming you're regular, who have some project or task that they'd like us to help make funnier.
Search Humor Me on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Radio. Radio. 104.1.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show, already in progress.
I remember hearing a joke about Ron Jeremy. Someone said, man, he's taller when he lays down than he is standing up. that joke killed me, man.
Still a triple bagger.
Yeah. We've only met a couple of people in that industry. And that's a unique bunch. That's
That's putting it lightly.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I was going to say I met Ron, and then I met Christy Canyon. A superstar from back in the 80s. I made her super mad.
Shocker.
I mean, really mad. Almost so mad she almost didn't do the interview. She almost walked out.
Really?
Yeah, the guy who brought her in, Fairvella Bill, had to call her and call her and talk her down off the ledge so she'd still do the interview. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Your 6 o'clock keyword is grand. That's GRAND. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Let's do It's Only Money.
Helping people passionate about planning for their future rise above investment myths to build real wealth.
Isn't that really just common sense financial advice?
It's both.
Oh, okay.
It's Only Money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth.
Give it up good and loud for my buddy Scott Brown.
Yay! Woo.
Edgewater Family Wealth sitting in front of his Rush 2112. I love it.
First concert, baby.
I didn't know you were a big Rush fan. That's awesome, dude. They're great.
I am a big Rush fan. It was the first Lakeland Civic Center, like in 1981, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was awesome. I snuck out of the house. I wasn't supposed to go and didn't get caught.
You know,
Till now.
Yeah, and it's so wild for people who live in Orlando now. We have so many great venues to see shows of different sizes. You can go to the Dr. Phillips Center, you can go to the Kia Center, you can go to Hard Rock, you can go to House of Blues. We have, out in Sanford now we have Tuffy's. And man, back in the day in Orlando, and it wasn't that long ago, you had to go to Lakeland to see a big show. That is crazy to even say.
100%. Like, there was the Bayfront Center in St. Pete you could go to, and you could go to Lakeland Civics. It's weird because Tampa didn't really have much of a theater for that sort of thing, nor did Orlando till the Rock Super Bowl started here.
Yeah, that's right. And then they started having shows at what was then the Citrus Bowl or Tangerine Bowl or whatever. But up in Jacksonville, you could go see a show up there. It was the Coliseum. And for years, all tours that went to Florida would either go to Miami or Jacksonville. They would never stop in between. Tampa, Orlando didn't have a venue that could hold 10,000 people or whatever for the big shows back then. It was crazy to even think that ever happened.
Yeah, I had to get in my 68 Mustang with the floorboards falling out. Made it all the way there and back without my parents catching me, like I said, till now.
Yeah,
I'm probably in trouble now that I've said that.
All right, Scott Brown, Edgewater Family Wealth. That's EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. 38 years here in Central Florida, as a fiduciary, making sure that your money goes as long as you want it to, and to help you with techniques of how to save money, how to manage it. And I got to tell you, I think today's is going to be very popular because every time we do this segment, inevitably we will get a lot of questions about this, and I actually am very interested myself. By the way, we do have another event coming up June 13th at Ruth's Chris in Winter Park, so go to EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com, go to the pull down bar and make your reservation. Remember, it costs you nothing. Not only will you get information that can change your life, you'll also get a damn good lunch.
Yeah, this one's super exciting. This is different than anything we've done. Many people probably don't realize that Edgewater Family Wealth and my team, we've been doing 401ks in Central Florida and 403bs, which we'll talk about in a second, which are the not-for-profit versions of 401ks. We've been doing those in Central Florida now for over right at 40 years. We have a very extensive portfolio here in Central Florida. So I'm used to speaking in front of large groups of 401k participants, and what we decided to do was take that, what amounts to about 40 years of content that we spoke to all these plans, literally $500 million in 401ks here in Central Florida, and turn that into a seminar. And more important, or as important as that, is we're doing it on a Saturday, which June 13th is a Saturday in Winter Park. And we're doing that because we realize most people who are in 401ks have jobs. Those tend to go hand in hand. So we wanted to do it on a Saturday. I'm excited because if this applies to anybody who has a 403b or a 401k or a retirement plan at work. We're going to cover everything 401k, everything from fund fees, from how to pick funds, how do you know the difference between an expensive fund and an inexpensive fund, what are additional fees you don't know about,
taxes, what
are the best ways to utilize your 401k, how do you maximize your employer's contribution, should you convert to a Roth, should you do the backdoor Roth, all of these things that people hear about but don't learn about. They hear these terms, they think for a second about it, then life hits them upside the head and they move on without getting their questions answered. I am telling you, if you're a 401k participant, this is going to be a game changer for you. It's not just hype. I've been doing these things for 40 years, and I can tell you the reason our plans are so well participated in is because of the content we're going to do Saturday, June the 13th.
That's unbelievable. Again, that's June 13th, Ruth's Chris in Winter Park. Go to EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Use the pull-down bar to make your reservation. Remember, it costs nothing to go, and you will get the information Scott was just talking about. Plus, you'll get a wonderful lunch as well. There is no high-pressure sales, none of that stuff, so hopefully you guys can get a seat there as well. And I also see that a lot of people are still doing the Wealth DNA test as well.
Yeah, so we have every show we do, we get a bunch of people using Wealth DNA, which is basically a personality test for money. It basically tells you all of the do's and don'ts you should do as an individual, meaning it's testing you as an individual to see what your weaknesses and strengths are when it comes to money. How will you react? Will you react poorly if this happens? Will you react poorly if that happens? How to adjust for that and how to prepare for that. And the reason I know it's going well is because we surveyed all the people who have taken it, or most of them anyway, and the feedback's been outstanding. People have said, yeah, it was dead on. I couldn't believe how accurate it was, and it gave me some insights into my own personality and why I may or may not be struggling with money.
Yeah, there you go. And again, you can do that for free at EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. That is the Wealth DNA test. Go take that. He said tons of people are doing that, and they're getting great answers, and they're getting a better idea of who and what they are, and maybe that could answer why your behavior is the way it is when it comes to your finances. I mean, you could find something that's in there that's just kind of innate in your personality that you need to kind of overcome to make sure you're maximizing the value of what you're doing with your money.
Yeah, we all have strengths and weaknesses in our personalities. So we do well in this situation, but not so well in that situation. And I think if you just get a hold of that for a second and say, yeah, I do notice when the market goes down, I panic, I overreact to the news, I tend to want to sell everything. Whereas my spouse is the other way. They're like, just let it ride. Then sometimes that spouse is saying, just let it ride to something that maybe needs attention. So you each understand the weaknesses and strengths of your situation.
Absolutely. Well, let's get into it. What is the difference between a 401k and a 403b?
Yeah, so on the show, we talk a lot about 401ks because it's probably the most prevalent thing people have in terms of investing outside of their homes. But the alternative to that is the 403b. A 403b is the same thing as a 401k. The rules are similar, the tax deferral, the tax deduction, your ability to use a 403b is very similar. It's just for a not-for-profit. So if you're an employee of the state, if you work for any kind of municipality, if you work for a not-for-profit school, like there's several large private schools in town that have 403bs. If you work for a charity, if you work for the Boys and Girls Club, they all have what's called a 403b. The only difference is it's just a different part of the tax code that applies to not-for-profits. But I don't want people who are in, and there's tens of thousands of people in Central Florida who are participants in 403bs. If you're a teacher, oftentimes, if you work for a not-for-profit hospital, oftentimes. So I don't want people to feel like they're being left out of the conversation. So the same for this event on the 13th. We're going to be talking about 403bs as well. Many of the rules overlap. In fact, some of the largest plans we deal with as a firm are actually 403bs and not 401ks. We tend to say 401k because most everybody knows what that is. But the reality is there's tens of thousands of people, as I said, in this town in Central Florida who participate in 403bs.
All right, so why is it important to understand your fund choices in a 401k? If you really don't speak that language, you're just pretty much leaning on Fidelity or whomever to make those decisions for you. Most people are told not to go in there and fiddle around with it, not to mess around with it. You can make a gigantic mistake. So what are those choices when it comes to fees and trading costs and all that other stuff? What is that all about?
Well, the thing that prompted me to actually talk about this today is I had a conversation with a participant in a plan, one of our plans, and we were talking about, and it's a new plan, this plan we just took over, and I was explaining to him that the fund he's in cost literally 4 times what the another fund in the lineup costs. And they said, well, yeah, but it's this company and I like this company. I said, look, let's look at the performance. One was an index. So one was a stripped out index. It was cheap. It was like, less than 1/10%. The product that he was in was charging almost 5 times that amount, but the performance was virtually the same. So he said, well, how would I know that? Well, you would know that if the advisor on the plan, every plan, or at least most plans, are assigned an advisor. That person's job is to meet with individuals and make sure mistakes like this don't occur, where somebody's getting a performance that they could get for a fifth of the price. So there are lots of fees in the mutual funds in a 401k. I'm not advocating for no fees. People got to get paid. There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. There's accounting, there's tax preparation, there's statements, there's the advisor that comes out, there's all kinds of nonsense in the website. There's a lot of things that got to be paid for, but there's no reason to overpay. And if you understand that there are fund fees, so the mutual funds that are inside that package of your 401k, they get a fee. There's usually a platform fee that the provider, if it's Fidelity or Vanguard or John Hancock, they get a fee, right? And then there's an advisory fee typically. So there's 3 fees right there. And then the fourth one that most people don't recognize is in every mutual fund, there's trading that goes on, right? They buy this and they sell that. That has cost to it. It's called trading cost, right? That is the hardest fee to figure out because it's based on turnover.
Right.
But if you have a fund that's turning over 100% a year versus one that's turning over 10% a year, you can fully expect that the one turning over 100% a year is going to be more expensive. And that brings me back to the 13th, which is where we're going to talk about a lot of this.
So, is it an age or a number where I should come and start thinking about where everything is allocated my 401k? Is it when you get 60, 59? Is it when you have 500 grand or 150 grand? I mean, is there a test or a guide of when you should start paying attention to these fees and paying attention to how this thing is set up?
You should pay attention day one. I mean, I'm not saying you need to be an expert. It's certainly as you're beginning and you're putting your $100 a month or whatever the number is when you're 25 years old or 30 years old. It's not as consequential, obviously. But there's no reason in any plan that you shouldn't ask to see the advisor and say, hey, you're enrolling me in this thing. You're taking my money. And that's not a good way to put it because you're actually saving the money. And oftentimes your employer is adding to it. So it's a benefit for sure. But part of that benefit, if not one of the biggest parts of that benefit, is the advisory service that should come with that plan. And this is what I notice with a lot of plans that we take over is the advisor's asleep at the switch. It's somebody's cousin, somebody's brother-in-law, and they're not nefarious people, but they know they're going to get paid no matter what happens. They go, they visit the boss once or twice a year. The boss is happy, they're happy. Nobody complains too much. But the reality is what I see in plans that aren't highly educated, where there's not a lot of advisor interaction, is participation's low and average balances are low. And the only thing that makes a 401k good is not just being cheap, but it's being participated in where the average balance of the participants is high. And that's how you know if I'm running, I have a 401k at work, and every year we have an advisor actually, but I sit down with every one of my employees every year and I go through their 401k with them because I want to make sure that they don't spend 30 years with me and they're not prepared to retire for 2 reasons. 1, I care about them, and 2, they're going to be upset employees if they get to be 50, 59, 62, whatever it is, and they look around and go, well, I'm stuck at this place for the rest of my life because I didn't save enough money. So I do that with my own participants. But if you're in a 401k or a 403b with an advisor, which is most, you should demand the attention of that advisor.
And by the way, this is one of the great reasons you should get over to Ruth's Chris on June 13th and take advantage of this during this weekend appearance. These are rare, so you definitely want to get your seat because if you don't act, I think you'll get left out. These weekend ones, I mean, they get filled immediately. So again, go to EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com and go to the pull down bar and reserve your area. If you have questions about your 401k, where the money's allocated, what funds you're in, how many fees you're paying, these guys can help show you how to find that stuff out, or maybe even find it for you.
You better reserve your seat before I get it.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, I may go.
And then lastly, we had a small little conversation today about this tiny startup called SpaceX.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yep.
Talk to me about some of these numbers. You sent me some numbers, and it didn't even really. It sounded like government budget numbers.
Yeah. Well, it's bigger than some government budget numbers. So SpaceX will be going public this year in an initial IPO, and I know, Jack, somebody asked how they get it. Good luck. Is what I'll say. You got to know somebody to be a part of that one, but certainly you can buy it after it starts trading. But they expect that this company will go public somewhere between $1.75 and $2 trillion, which is only smaller than I think 5 or 6 existing companies that are trading. And a lot of people are speculating, and I think rightfully so, that SpaceX may eventually be worth 15, 20, 25, 30 trillion dollars in the next decade. Because if you think about it, they got Starlink. They think Starlink might be worth 15 trillion all on its own. They think that we'll have the entire planet on Starlink before this is all said and done. So SpaceX is obviously a very highly coveted IPO that's coming out this year. The amount of money involved here is just baffling. I know they give you perspective when they first raised money privately. The first offering I saw anything about was at about 150 billion, and it is that was 2 years ago. So think about how quickly it's grown and how exponentially it's grown. So SpaceX, again, it's fun to talk about. It's not going to be easy to get for most people.
Yeah, and let me ask about that, because I find that very interesting. I always assumed that once they did the IPO thing, which is the initial public offering, right, that anybody, I mean, as long as you had money and you had the ability to go and buy shares of that you could do that. You're telling me that's not the case?
No, that is the case. Once it's publicly traded. But once the market's open, that stock could balloon, 30% in a second, right? So why people covet pre-IPO shares, which firms get, and they divvy out to their best customers, just so we're being clear here, right? They divvy it out to their biggest and best customers. Another advantage of, another situation of the rich get richer, right? Ron Barron's getting this stock. Mark Cuban's getting this stock. Branson's getting this stock. Gates is getting this stock. You and I, we probably ain't getting this stock. But you can buy it after the initial trade.
Yeah, but by then, like you said, it's already increased in price by almost half.
Yeah, but then it could still going up when you talk about the evaluation there. Yeah. But, Scott, we have a text from someone who works at SpaceX. They say as an employee, they have 1,430 shares. Is that their retirement right there?
That person's probably set for life.
Wow.
How much do you think this initial share is going to be? I mean, I think isn't like Berkshire one of the most expensive single shares out there? It's like $250,000 a piece or something or more.
Yeah, it's hard it's impossible to know how many shares because we don't know where they're going to price it,
right? Or how many?
But we know the value, the cumulative value divided by however many they want to divide it by is going to be between $1.5 to $2 trillion. That seems to be where everybody's landing.
How many favors you cashing in to try to get your paws on this?
I've got some feelers out. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying.
I know a guy that's got a feeler as well, so you keep a guy in mind. I'll take one share.
10-4.
Again, don't forget, guys, it's June 13th, Ruth's Chris in Winter Park. And what Jack was saying is absolutely true. Every one of the weekend gigs that we've done, they fill up immediately, okay? Immediately, because not only are you getting the information, you're also getting a free lunch, and it doesn't cost anything to go. There is no hard sell. You're not going to have to buy a cruise or a timeshare. It is legit just to introduce you to the brand of EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com and to show you, and they know exactly what they're doing to get you in a good position so that you don't have to worry about things when you get to that age.
I want to know more about my 401k.
Me too.
I'd stop after a salad if it would let me in.
So again,
you can have the steak, Jack. You're allowed.
EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Go to the pull down bar and reserve your seat for June 13th. Scott, always good seeing you guys.
Likewise.
Good and loud for Scott Brown.
Yay! Woohoo!
Play well, you mother. God, you you have no idea, dude. To the moon, you son of a bitch. How dare you? All right, we'll see you, buddy. All right, be good, buddy. Oh, that guy, the life of Riley, that son of a bitch. I'm going to get him to tune me up so I can take off and go play golf, too. You know what it is? Deb, you heard it here first?
Yeah, we're going to talk about how several survive a small plane crash off the Florida coast. A SpaceX mission is scrubbed, and where Pensacola's Richardson finished an American Idol. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
You got it. Let's take a little break. Don't forget, grand is your 6 o'clock keyword. Got about 10 minutes or so to get over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with Deb's News. We'll get the hell out of here on a Tuesday.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with a look at your forecast for Central Florida. After a quiet morning, we're going to have a busy afternoon of thunderstorms, waves of rain, drought relief. A chance for a severe storm, but a low chance at that. A couple of damaging wind gusts can't be ruled out. The main story, 80% chance for rain with highs today in the lower to middle 80s. It's not going to rain all afternoon, but we'll have a chance for it all afternoon with waves of rain developing. Could make for a soaking evening commute. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Hurry, offer ends 5/21. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Are you ready to put some cash in your pocket? Because Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hand. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you a keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. With 13 chances every weekday, you'll have plenty of opportunities to win $1,000 in your hand. But there is a catch, because there's always a catch. Right. If you get a call, you need to answer your phone. That's right. The key to winning is picking up your phone when we call. So don't send us to voicemail. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Looking for something different to do this month? Come explore the St. Johns River on the St. Johns River Ship. The St. Johns River Ship is packed with unforgettable events on the water, from elegant themed high tea cruises to high energy nights like Rockin' on the River, live shows, and specialty dinner cruises. Celebrate holidays, theme parties, or just enjoy a night out with incredible food, entertainment, and scenic views. Don't miss what's coming up next on the river. Visit stjohnsrivershipco.com. That's stjohnsrivershipco.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Midweek slump? Join us at Inter & Co Stadium Wednesday, May 13th when Orlando City SC battles the Philadelphia Union at 7:30 p.m. Get your tickets now at orlandocitysc.com/tickets.
This summer, rediscover a place that's been here over 450 years, yet always feels brand new. Where the streets tell stories, the beaches are breathtaking, and every day gives your family more to take home than just a suntan. St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, and the beaches. Welcome to the new world. Plan your escape now at floridashistoriccoast.com.
Host an event they'll never forget at Crush Yard. Designed for group gatherings of all kinds, Crush Yard makes it easy to bring people together for team events, birthday parties, and milestone celebrations. With pickleball courts, great food and drinks, and flexible space to play or relax, everything comes together in one place. We handle the details so you can focus on your guests and enjoy the moment. It's an interactive, high-energy experience everyone will remember. Learn more at CrushYard.com.
In this edition of the Marketers Report, Monica Tam, head of brand media for DoorDash, talks about audio's connection to daily rituals.
Audio plays a really important role. There's daily rituals that you do. In all of those moments, you're able to instill a message that lingers in their head when they do have to make that decision.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connects marketers to the audiences, live conversations, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
The first Top Shelf Country Cruise promised big, and it delivered. Now the bar's set. If you were there, you know. If you weren't, it's time to get on board. Set sail aboard the Celebrity Summit in March 2027, where laid-back luxury meets country fun. We're talking toes in the sands of Bimini, fun in the sun in Key West and Cozumel, live band karaoke, trivia, bingo, and performances from Riley Green, Chris Young, Lauren Elena, Randy Hauser, and more. Lock in your cabin now at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit OneFirmForLife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword HeartScan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead, so that we shall do. And tomorrow will be Wednesday on the Monsters in the Morning. That means Ray Trenley himself will be in studio, and that's always a good time. Don't forget, Monsters will also resume $1,000 keywords at 9 a.m. When it comes time for you to look ahead for you and what's best for your family in the world of family law, wills, trusts, so much more, trust Ray Trenley and the team at TK Law. Online at onefirmforlife.com.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, talk about a small world. My first concert was Rush at that very same Lakeland Civic Center. Same time Scott was there in 81, 82.
How crazy.
I think it was 81. Aloha.
Aloha.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I go to the Orlando Fringe Festival every year. Did you know that it's the oldest Fringe Fest in the U.S.? And it's here in Central Florida. It's so fun. This year, I'm producing a new show called Once Upon a Traitor, Faithfully Ever After. It combines the fabulousness of Alan Cumming and his reality show, The Traitors, and the players are familiar Disney characters, but maybe not exactly as you remember them. Join us in the Green Venue.
Very nice. And any Fringe player that wants to promote their show, they can certainly do that through a talkback, which is easy. Just grab the iHeartRadio app. Go to Real Radio. You'll see that mic there. Leave your comment just like that young lady. We had somebody else that was doing it. And I think tomorrow, not tomorrow, but Thursday and Friday, we're going to have 2 Fringe performers in as well. Chase Padgett will be with us, and Joel Warren will be with us as well.
That's right. And if you want details on how to leave a talkback or information about the Fringe, we have it on our website at realradio.fm/fringe. And it starts tonight, and it goes all the way until Memorial Day.
We had also somebody text in and ask about how they can check out the What'd You Do That's New list for all the stuff that we do. If you just go to JimColbertLive.com, there's a master list that says What'd You Do That's New. When you click on that, you'll see every choice that's ever been made.
Yeah.
Some of them have been archived. You can actually go back into 2018 and see stuff that we chose back then. And I would tell you, man, if you ever get kind of stuck in a rut when it comes to entertainment, that's actually a pretty good outlet because there's some crazy stuff on there. Albums, movies, TV shows, animation, all kinds of nuts. Crazy stuff. Or nuts. All that nuts. Just nuts. Too. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Nuts.
Deb, let's do You Heard It Here First.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on the Jim Colbert Show.
Well, thankfully, the U.S. Coast Guard rescued all 10 people aboard a small plane that crashed about 80 miles off the coast of Melbourne. Officials said the passengers were taken to local hospitals for evaluation after arriving at Melbourne Orlando International Airport. One patient was transported to Orlando. The others were treated right there in Melbourne. The FAA said the plane was traveling between islands in the Bahamas when it crashed, and the cause remains under investigation.
Yikes.
All you have to do is look out the window and realize that SpaceX has scrubbed tonight's launch to the International Space Station, citing the weather. This was supposed to be NASA's SpaceX 34th cargo run together. The rocket was originally scheduled to lift off at 7:16 p.m. tonight from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, and residents, we talked about this earlier, in several counties were warned about the possibility of a sonic boom during the ground landing of the Falcon 9 first stage, but that won't happen. No word on when it's being rescheduled.
Let me ask you a question. Even if they thought they could shoot it up in the rain and stuff like that, do you think they hold off just so people can see it go up?
No, I think it has more to do with the type of weather they're going up and into. Like, you don't want to send it into clouds where static electricity can end up creating its own lightning, and then you end up with a rocket exploding.
I mean, look, to me, it's as much a show as it is anything. And I you think, like, you don't want to send one of those things up where people can't see it. And I don't know how much the weather affects them. I don't really know. I know wind affects them. That makes sense, but rain doesn't, kind of. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not a physicist or a scientist.
Or a rocket scientist.
Or none of that.
Exactly. All right, an Escambia County woman's dreams of winning American Idol are over, but her future remains bright. Pensacola's Keela Richardson came in third in last night's season finale. Still, the city is proud. Officials say she represented Pensacola with her soaring voice and tremendous heart, and no matter the outcome, the best is yet to come. Mayor D.C. Reeves attended a watch party and says this is just the beginning for Keela. He tells Ware News that they're going to look back at this as the the launch of an amazing career that'll continue to put Pensacola on the map.
Wow.
And you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Thank you, Deborah.
Sure.
Who do we have to thank today, young lady?
Well, we want to thank Scott Brown with Edgewater Family Wealth. Just in case you missed his timely financial advice, his podcast has already been posted at the Jim Colbert Show.
What a mensch.
And then last but never least, Sam Bowen, Candace Rich, and Alicia Bulware for running our YouTube chat.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that as we do every single day. Jack, question of the day?
Yeah, it's in our YouTube chat. Do you believe Jim Colbert really killed the guy in his dream? 50-50 split.
It's a 50-50 split.
50-50.
Somebody just texted in, there is a golfer named Jim Colbert, an actual player, a professional, and he died today at 85 years old.
I was wondering what that text message was. I was like, hey, that's not...
I used to get asked that all the time when I first started playing. Hey, you're not related to, and no, I'm not. But this guy had a fascinating career, built like 200 golf courses, wrote a book on blackjack, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Sounds just like you.
And he was a bigger guy, kind of, not related?
Yeah. All right, coming up tomorrow, we have Animal House and Scott Maxwell. Who's in for Animal House tomorrow?
Oh, it's one of your favorites, Daisy Fiore.
I love Daisy, man.
From
She's
the
great.
Audubon Center for Birds of Prey.
She's always the best, man.
Yeah,
I love
she
her.
is.
Very good. Of course, we'll talk to Scott Maxwell as well for more opportunities for you to win $1,000. Let's get out of here, guys.
Yes.
On behalf of Deb and Jack, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters in the morning after us. It's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Tuesday evening.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Well, I don't know about that.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Still quite a few accidents out there causing some problems. Accident on blocking the shoulder, I-4 eastbound before Colonial Drive. Stop and go, I-4 westbound between Osceola Parkway and 27. Accident blocking the shoulder, I-4 eastbound at Lee Road. Stop and go traffic from Parr Street. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at TrueGreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Hurry, offer